Well, you discovered that Little Das is, by the words of a Mercure agent, Celica Mercure's sister. Celica Mercure, the head of Mercure Corps, current head of Mercure Corps, and Das was offered a ride over to Thurid on a very comfortable Mercure Corps luxury liner. Said that she would
Offered, is that it?
requisition their most luxurious ship to go back. And what was that?
I said offered, was that it?
Yes, it was offered at first. Um, and then when Das declined, they tried to abduct her. Like, actually, physically, teleportee, abduct her, kidnap her.
Practically attacked.
Yeah.
Properly kidnap. Unlike all
Yeah.
the other so-called kidnappings that the Raza has done, which have been more willing
Really
and
not
voluntary.
kidnappings.
Yeah, not really kidnappings.
I mean, unless you consider the emotional manipulation. No, we don't.
No, we consider them recruitings. Ignore the amount of options that the other options that they had, which is zero. Recruiting.
They've all been trying to get on your ship already for one reason or another. They've all
Right?
been more allowed.
Well, yeah, actually, that is true. Before we even,
Mm-hmm.
we
And
haven't even had a chance to manipulate them, and they want to.
unless you consider being cool manipulation, which
Could be.
some of them, one in particular, was very swayed by the fact that she adored one of the characters as like an idol.
Yeah, it's all Elisa's fault.
I was gonna say that was Koana, right?
That was Koana. That teleportation abduction didn't go quite to Mercure's plan, as the effort was resisted, and a big old gaping hole opened up in the teleporter's abdomen very quickly after. That very big gaping hole didn't go all to plan either, as black tendrils began worming their way out of it very shortly after, and this crew has, that's right, Trail. This crew has seen what that does in the past. In the effect of, in the case of Trail, as he very quickly mutated into a hulking monstrosity. Now, this had slightly different initial physical presentation, but it's still very clearly something mutating and something dark and black mutating from within. Kana got you out of there, teleported you over to the safe house you had established planetside, where Doug, Riley, and Asta are standing by. And that's actually where we've left off. I'll bring us into frame. We are on the loading screen still. I'll have to update some numbers. Man, I really got to get on that near party wipe. You have to put very, very specific conditions on it. But the only way that I can actually really accomplish the near party wipe is by challenging you in ship combat.
I challenge you.
Alright, so I can't get rid of that. That's fun. But why?
We are simply too skilled for you to threaten us in hand-to-hand combat, or threaten us all in hand-to-hand combat, or even gun-to-gun, presumably.
Finally. Alright. 300. Sounds good to me. Bring him back over to screen we were on. Right over here, and start up some music. So you had intended to try and track down the mutation that had occurred and put it down. I believe a call was also made to Perimeter saying, hey, something got loose.
Hmm.
Now, why did Riley just... Did Riley just jump on into the Vicky pile? I see her moving.
Why do you think?
The Vicky pile is gone.
Good thought. Good thought.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and get our level ups out and rolled before getting into any kind of situations.
Yep.
That's nice. That's a big upgrade. That's a big upgrade.
That's a +1 for me.
36 current.
You know that you can have the sheet roll it for you, right?
No.
+1.
Yeah, just like everyone else is doing there. All you have to do is make sure that your character level shows 8, and then click the words hit points.
Yeah. Yeah, I've already rolled
Also,
it now, though,
aren't you a
so
warrior?
yeah.
You have +16 on top of that.
I thought it was only +1. I got per level.
No, why don't you go ahead
Okay.
and
No
just set your hit points back to what they were before you rolled, and then roll again.
I mean, even with the +16, that would still be like my current hit points. but this feels like a hit point reveal. I don't know how I feel about this.
Now, what were your hit points before?
43.
34.
Yeah, no, I would like them rolled through the sheet anyways. So this isn't actually a hit point roll. I'm just denying what you manually rolled.
Okay. Oh, come on! That's still only +1.
So see, it resulted in exactly the same anyways.
How did you know?
Fate
I
has
thought we rolled
agreed.
worse. Okay,
Your
next,
5 became a 1. That was the only difference.
my next question to you is: how many goats did you sacrifice to the random number gods?
Oh, we have a running deal. We just true up at the end of the year.
Okay. Okay, so I can't just outbid you.
I have a lot of goats.
Or I guess if I'm using baby goats, I'd be more likely to outkid you. Hey.
Purchase in bulk.
No, I don't use baby goats. I make sure that
No,
they've
like-
had
like
a good life.
Baby goats outkid instead of outbid. Yep, never mind.
You might. I think you do, actually.
All right, and did anybody get anything exciting for level 8?
3 more skill points that I haven't spent yet because there's nothing I can spend them on.
Yeah.
Nothing useful.
Psychic static.
Psychic static. Okay.
Selling out.
It has become a hey, maybe this is a useful thing.
I can't believe you're selling out.
You made me move around my spreadsheet.
You absolutely don't have to have psychic static. This worked out. This if you'd had psychic static, spending it here would have been a waste.
It'll never happen again.
I mean, I should hope Das never gets nearly teleport kidnapped by Mercury Core again. If she does, then we've done something wrong.
Yeah, you just you would have to do it psychically, Ellie. All right. So then, yeah, mutant on the loose. Are you still intent on tracking it down and killing it?
Okay, so I thought we left the mutant behind in the room, and it was just the Mercury Core assassin that was on the run.
I thought that you were planning to.
Well, I think I was on standby on planet side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, we teleported away from the mutant. We want nothing to do with that. We learned last time. Perimeter can deal with that.
Okay. So it was the psychic assassin that ran out of the room that you wanted to track down.
Yeah, because I had a rough idea. Because we knew where we teleported, I had a rough idea of where they were heading. They are not expecting me to be here, and I have a gun. And I would prefer there to be less witnesses.
Okay. Then yes, you do know where you are in relation to the crash pad, and you can make some educated estimates on which direction you think he would have gone in the time that he's had. You're gonna have to make a mad dash for it, and some successful kind of tracking skill checks.
Okay.
Is anybody assisting with this? And does Percy explain what he's doing?
I imagine probably not in any more depth than like he sort of Stephens goes, like he goes, wait, I can catch the runaway, and then bolts. Like he doesn't stick around to explain it because I think his like instinctive split-second calculus is that the time spent explaining the situation to them is not worth the amount of speed that they will help him with. So that's a lot of words to say. No.
Okay.
Not really.
Well, based on that bare information, and you know the other characters know what transpired. They know what went down. So yeah, is anybody assisting Percy with this hunt down the Mercure assassin slash psychic assassin plan?
Yes. As long as I don't have to bring anybody else, teleportation is free.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Nice.
So, Yokin's gonna try and intercept him.
All right. Then let's see. How is Myokin deciding where to teleport to try and intercept? What's the thought process in her head to make that decision?
She knows where she brought everyone out to, and so she knows which way. Names are hard. Percy is going to be running from, and so if the other guy is like running in that direction, he's cornering himself. So Yokin's going to show up on the other side to try and hedge him in.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me I think wisdom teleport on that.
Oh, also, good news while we're here. I'm not working today, so you just have my undivided attention.
Woohoo! Fantastic. And presumably you're in a cool and dry place.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Rather than a car that's about to explode.
We're glad the car didn't explode.
We assume it didn't explode.
Obviously we're glad. I'd like to think it doesn't explode. Ellie, why are you making that sound like a threat?
All right. Kind of kind of teleports where she thinks that she'll be able to cut off the assassin. She's trying to wedge him in between where basically limit his options where to go before he runs into Percy. If I'm kind of getting the gist of that right.
Yeah.
Okay. And she's able to teleport freely, so she can do some searching around. Now, you do know that the perimeter has metascions. They haven't detected you, but you also know that someone teleporting around doesn't need metapsionics to detect. So there may be some discretion may be advisable in this, but for now you're safe and fine. Percy, how are you deciding which way to go? It's not like there's just a straight shot, directly over to the clinic. There are alleyways. Sorry, it's not like there's a straight shot directly over to the crash pad, and that's the only possible way. There are alleys, other buildings. Even verticality is an issue.
Yeah. I think, given the amount of years that Percy has been doing this kind of thing for, he probably has a decent idea of how this guy would think. And out of habit, he would have been paying attention to like the environment, just like what's the best way in, what's the fastest way out, just in case exactly this kind of thing happens. Even though we have a teleporter, the instincts still remain. So I probably would have been scoping out the place on the way in and then going, okay, if it was me and I had a rough idea of what the place was like, how would I be getting out? And I would like to use that to try and justify notice wisdom.
Okay. Go ahead.
Woo!
That is also a fantastic roll. Is it just the two of you? Is anyone else contributing here?
I trust Percy can handle himself.
All right.
I would have asked Asta before to like if the group is splitting and she's the only like primary combatant. Doug, you're a demolitioneer first and foremost. If she's the only primary combatant with the group, stay with them unless told otherwise. So Asta's not following us.
Okay.
I do kind of feel like maybe we should make an effort to at least try to get people to flee that building. I don't know, maybe. Not that we're responsible for it.
Of course not. Don't be ridiculous.
I guess you could like call the receptionist and tell her to run.
Yeah, I mean something like that. We've called assuming perimeter we got a response. I don't know if we did or not.
It was an automated tip line. You did not get to speak to a real person.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to be probably making an effort to get people to get out of that building.
Okay.
Probably fair.
How would Doug go about that? Is he going to try and run in there and start screaming? Is he trying to call a receptionist?
You know, I guess I'm used to calling an anonymous.
I have an idea that you shouldn't do.
I'll probably run it. He'll probably run in there. I'm sure I could. I'm more survival than most people.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Let's get a sneak check from both Percy and Kana. Just to see how well, even if you're not trying to sneak, but to see how well you're avoiding the attention of law enforcement or perimeter.
That's fair.
Sneak what?
This is if you're trying to sneak, then you can use your attribute of choice. If this is all passive and you're basically going on luck, then you're gonna have to use wisdom.
Okay. Percy is probably more in it for the like prioritizing speed over stealth a bit, with the thought that like if I chase him far enough, then eventually there's not gonna eventually I'm gonna see him where there's no people around. So probably wisdom,
Okay.
which is unfortunate because I've just talked myself out of using a better attribute.
Yes, you have.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Dex would have been an 8. Actually, okay, would have been good. Damn it. Mm.
The difference between a good attribute and a bad attribute for me is 1. So, yeah.
Now, watch as you're 1 point short of being able to stay sneaky.
I should say any attribute as long as you can justify it. Nox?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I was right. 1 point short of good versus bad.
All right. Doug runs into the building, splits off from Percy. You were kind of alongside him for a bit, but splits off and runs into the building.
I guess I'm gonna be screaming fire,
Okay. Screaming fire.
Better than my idea.
fire, fire! Get out of the building.
Go ahead and give me a perform charisma check.
This is one of the cases where it's okay to scream fire.
Yeah, Percy has a brief flash of what do they want me to shoot at, and then oh wait no.
Wrong kind of fire, Percy.
What do you mean, Percy? That's not my name. We don't know each other. What is your name? Percy. No relation.
All right.
Totally different Percy.
Inside the crash pad, you see that Crispy, the twitchy guy, is still there, and he jerks to his feet, looking around, doesn't smell anything, and then runs out the door.
Works for me.
That works.
The clerk that was there looks startled, looks back into
Obviously, I can see the fire from outside.
looks back into the rooms that you guys were led to, and
I wasn't with that group.
oh, you weren't with that group. So you see her look into what looks like the interior of this, what must be a small recovery clinic. Well, you know it's a recovery clinic, but a small one. And she worriedly says, "There's people sleeping in there. Help me get them out."
Sure. I'll help you get them out. Let's just get the ones closest to the room that those people were just in first, right?
Is Doug trying to convince her to leave some people behind because they go past a certain door?
I'll make shit. I mean, the fire's closer to these rooms. We need to get these people out first. Hopefully, the noise will wake those people up.
Oh god. Yeah,
Is she
it's like
looking
the,
at, like security cams?
Was what?
Hey, do
Is
they
she
have
looking at security cams?
They do. At least as far as you saw, they
Did
did.
you not see the hulking monster?
She doesn't appear to have been watching them.
That tracks.
Oh.
And why didn't she hear the loud blast of a laser wind through the room? Well, not the best area of
Yeah,
town.
Does she have earbuds in?
No, she doesn't.
is she drunk?
No, no.
Oh.
All right.
Probably not really the best place for someone that wants to be drunk to be working, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Considering it as a rehab facility.
True.
Actually, I'll let you roll this, Meowkin. Go ahead and roll me a d6. On a 1, a mutation
How did I
is
know it?
emerged. Okay. gonna do this for each room that the two of you clear. She seems to be just kind of assuming that Doug is going to help her and follow her into a room, and she
Yeah.
runs into the first one. You know it's not the room that they went into because you did get enough communications to know which room they were in. But she goes into the first room and unhooks an IV and drags
Oh, I in
a
hospital bed. Damn.
yeah, they're just
Like,
this
well,
is
yeah. Now I feel better about this decision. I felt pretty bad.
Drags a young woman into a waiting wheelchair and pushes it towards Doug. And she says, I'll go get the next room.
All right, start wheeling people out.
Yeah. Over with Kana and Percy. The teleporting has given you a lot of, let you cover a lot of ground, and you do find the psychic assassin. Looks like he had ducked into an alleyway trying to just lie low. Well
That's
enough
good.
hidden, but not well enough for, teleportation and Percy running quickly behind.
Is he well enough hidden that is he well enough hidden that he's out of the line of sight of any witnesses?
In this alleyway, if you go into it with him, yes, but if you go into it with him, then you will lose the advantage you have. You've got a choice to make right now. You can fire on him from the street in full view of witnesses, I might add, because there's never not people on the street.
Yeah, I figured.
Or you can go in and we'll be rolling initiative. I will warn you that if you do go that route, he does get 2 rolls. It's the equivalent, the effective alertness on this.
Oh, gee, I'm at a disadvantage. I only get 1 roll. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'll take my chances.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the combat tracker again. In order. Hold on, let me clear it real fast. Before you roll.
See, it is amusing me to say that, oh yeah, watch out, he gets 2 rolls and look at the 2 that he got before.
Yeah, of course.
Like, I am about to eat crow for saying this, but...
Nice, Nox.
Ooh.
Dang. Alright.
That is a 10.
Well, he certainly did better the last time, but it's still not enough to beat a 10. He can't possibly beat a 10 because NPCs do not get bonuses.
So yeah, Percy will just quickly glance around as he's slinking into the alley, and it's probably that quick glance around that gets the assassin a chance to see him. Unfortunately, the assassin does not see him in time to escape. Does a 31 hit?
31 does hit. It
They have a minimum
is.
of 16 hit points. Did that guy take damage earlier?
He did take damage earlier.
He did take damage earlier.
And he rolled his hit points and he got 16 hit points. So that 7 damage you did earlier, plus this now is sufficient to. Let's see, 1 moment, please. There we go. I found the section that I was looking for last time. And so I'll roll the proper die. Unless you would like to roll his fate. Go ahead and roll his fate. Roll a 1d10.
Okay. 3.
Okay. Um, anticlimactic as it may be, you screaming into the alley, and the slight light show that emits from the alleyway, but probably not going to get any more attention than the noise does, which is usually to walk the other way. Um, your laser bursts flay into him, and you hear the click and hiss that you heard immediately prior to the other one turning into a mega mutant of some sort.
Hmm.
And then he slumps to the ground, grasping at the grievous wounds punctured through his minimal armor.
Percy sort of like, he stops for a moment and thinks, is Kana anywhere in sight?
Nox, is Kana anywhere in sight?
I was gonna say, if the alleyway is a 3 alleyway, coming around the other side of the alley. If it isn't, then coming in behind Percy.
Coming in behind Percy then. Then yes, Kana is in sight, coming in behind Percy.
Cool. Yeah, Percy will just turn, look at Kana and go, oh, thank God. Can you teleport us out of here in a sec?
Yeah. Can the others make it back by themselves?
I assume so. Did we weren't really in a hurry to come down, so we definitely could have just flown down, like, come down the slow way. Because also you wanted to probably be at full rest. You didn't want to teleport us down, I'm sure, because that would have been an extra effort.
Yep.
So
But
I
I did
think-
one getting y'all out of there.
Yeah. But I would think that I would think since you probably didn't want to spend an effort to get down there, that it would make sense that we flew down here, or at least most of us did.
That does make sense.
Yeah, that's why you were weapons limited.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if Kana says something to that effect, Percy's gonna say, okay, gonna stay a little bit longer and blast this thing to hell. On the off chance that it does get up again, I want us to be able to get out quickly. Yep, watch the alleyway. And then he will take a couple of steps closer to the corpse and ready up the biological laser rifle again. I basically want to just blast this thing to bits as best I can in hopes that it doesn't get back up.
Okay. Okay, I do want to clarify that the thing you're blasting up right now is human.
Yeah, that's true. Like I say, I've seen this happen twice. I don't want to do this in the middle of a fucking civilized area.
Okay, all right.
Civilized area.
Let's look over at what's happening with Doug right now. The completely looped and out of it woman that he's wheeling out is safely wheeled out, and I believe her name was Mandy, is calling for help, calling him to help her.
Oh yeah. Yeah, let's rush.
All right, so he's going in for another one. Go ahead and roll another d6. This time, 1 or 2.
I am gonna call to the others though, that hey, any sign of a perimeter?
All right, still no interaction with the dangerous room, or nothing's coming out of it yet.
How many rooms are there?
6, I would guess.
Conveniently, there are 6.
Oh boy. So pretty much guaranteed that you're not getting anywhere out of here beforehand. Well, I guess I'll be to distract it. We'll see. We'll see how that goes.
They're not all occupied. Unfortunately, Mandy knows which of them are occupied.
Okay. Well, that's good. I trust Mandy. Mandy seems reliable now.
Okay. Yeah, is anybody responding to Doug asking about the perimeter? Does anybody see him? I believe was asked. You're over there in the alley, getting ready to fire multiple laser blasts into a slowly dying person. What is Kana doing? Oh, did we lose Nox?
She's just muted, I think.
I'm muted. I had asked if I could check for psionic activity in the area via way of core power for Metapsion.
That happens automatically. You basically just need line of sight or line of detection, effectively. So
Okay.
to
I
give
guess-
you the most area that you can see, you'll want to be in the most exposed position.
To be clear, teleporter can't just teleport into midair and then teleport back to the ground when they're.
No,
Right.
you cannot teleport into midair because that is you're a danger, in
Yeah.
immediate danger of falling.
But hold on. Is it danger if you can just teleport back down to the ground?
It's still you're
Yeah,
still triggering that reflex.
I figured.
Could you teleport to the side, but high on the side of a building if you can stick to the building via another
Ooh.
thing?
I would want there to be some kind of structure that's doing something to support you, other than just, gecko anchors or whatever other psionic technique you have.
Yeah, it'd be gecko anchors.
Yeah. Yeah, so I would want
That is actually
some.
a really cool idea, though.
It doesn't have to be much, and you don't have to teleport directly onto a fire escape platform, but there does have to be something that augments your gecko anchors to be able to do that.
Hey, talk to Doug later.
I was gonna say, that sounds like the kind of thing Doug could help you with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does a windowsill or window molding count?
If you could find any that were adequate, yes. This isn't the, most luxurious place, and so you're more
Can I just
likely to.
teleport to the top of the building?
What's that?
Can I just teleport to a rooftop?
Yeah, that's more likely. There are, even though you're in cyberpunk hell, there are still some short buildings. And yeah, that's probably the easiest solution, honestly. Other places are going to have things that you can quickly teleport to and cling to the side of. I just so I imagine this world a little bit like the world of Mirror's Edge, just dark and gloomy and sandy. And a lot more neon, like Mirror's Edge universe if it went full Megacorp. There are going to be places where yes, you can absolutely parkour around, and you can use those to teleport onto. Also, I wasn't trying to be discouraging of that. It's just it's just a quick notice check to find them.
I was trying to do a notice check once I did the thing, so.
Oh. What do you mean?
I'm trying to keep track of other psychics, or I guess in this case, perimeter.
Gotcha.
That'd be a good catch as well, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't need to belabor the point. We'll say that yes, Kana can get herself to a point where she has a good view of things.
Okay. And then I guess the notice check?
We'll start off with a notice check.
Give me that 2d6 minus 1 action. Let's go.
It's serviceable.
Listen, it's more than average. I'll take it.
Like I say, serviceable.
From her elevated position, Kana does notice that there appears to be a drone coming to investigate.
Okay.
Doug, going inside that building for the next room. There are a couple of people, both of them men, a little bit on the larger side, that Mandy is having some difficulty getting into chairs and wheeling out.
Good thing I got high exert skill.
It is a good thing you got a high exert skill. Why don't you go ahead and give that a roll?
Exert strength.
Exert strength, yeah.
All right, I will manhandle them.
Doug
Get the hell out of this building unless you want to die.
Doug takes the
But
load
also-
off of Mandy. She thanks him with some relief. As she
Yeah,
was.
I'm just looking. I'm looking at. To be clear, Doug is clearly looking with worry at the door where the others just went in a little while ago, which may be a little weird to Mandy, but.
Are you? Is he trying to mask it, or is he trying to communicate anything?
He's not trying to mask it, but he's also not communicating that it's not a fire because he just figures a fire is easier for people to understand.
Okay. Yep. She does ask though. I don't smell anything, and there's no alarms going off. Where is this fire?
I'm just gonna point. It's like I guess whatever side of the building that room is on. I was like, yeah, there were flames shooting up from that part of the building.
I knew those
we should
people
get out
were
of here
trouble.
sooner rather than later. I'm really worried that fire's gonna break out any moment now.
She says, "I knew those people were trouble."
Yep.
And they probably just left without. There's one more room we need to get.
All right, let's go. Do I need to roll out of the d6?
Yep, Doug
And
pushes
it's not
those
3?
guys out. And on the 1 to 3 is your risk factor. Yep.
Yep. All right, let's do it. Oh,
Oh
there
no!
it is. Oh, there it is. Well, let me see. I assume it burst out.
So, as Doug is coming back in, Mandy has taken an exceptionally long time with this one. And it took Doug a little bit of extra time because there were two guys, both fairly heavy. But he was able to get them both out, and Mandy is still working on that last room. As she's calling to him, she needs help, of course.
Of course.
And
Sorry, man, you're trying your best.
he just gets past that door when he hears it burst open. He can see into the room that Mandy's in. She's trying to deal with an oxygen tank and it's janky, underfunded tech that is not disconnecting properly. And of course, that could spark a real fire.
Not worried about that at the moment.
If handled poorly. And right behind him as he's moved towards this room, that thing jumps out.
All right. I feel like so. I guess I'm going to holler to Mandy. It's like, by the way, the fire was metaphorical. If you can see this, and I guess I'm going to try to pull out my concealed bolter and prep it and get it to chase me out of the building, maybe.
Well, it's between you and out of the building.
Oh. I don't have any. I assume I wasn't able to get any explosives down. I don't have any concealed explosives currently.
Unless you've got some feature that allows you to conceal them on your person, or a good enough sneak check to have tried it, then
I'm not
no.
great at sneaking. Here's a question. Well, let me see. I really don't want to run past it. I mean, is there like any windows or anything that I could shoot out?
Um, let's see. Go ahead and roll 50-50. On a high roll, things go in your favor.
Sorry, 50-50?
Mhm.
Alright, I gotta do 100.
Sounds.
That's not in my favor.
See, the one is so much more poignant when you roll it on a d100.
Uh-huh. Yes, it is. And that's why I like 100.
Yeah, it's like you've got an equal chance of rolling that or 34 or like 75, but no, neither of those really mean much. One means something.
So, yeah, there are windows. You know, this is
They're also probably that's probably iron bars because
they're the kind of iron bars that Kana could cling to if she wanted to, teleport to the side of a building.
actually, you still have Kama still has effort, right?
Which she may
Yes.
be about to, which she may be about to use to get me away from a crime scene.
Oh, right.
I did just murder a guy, remember?
Let's go on over there.
Yeah,
So,
leave me to stew at it.
And
so
besides,
Kana has.
yeah.
Go ahead, Viral.
I was gonna say, we assumed that you weren't about to run into the dangerous situation that we just escaped
Yeah.
from.
Yeah, no. I admit this is on Douglas. I don't know. Let's just say that it just struck Doug as wrong at the right moment, or the wrong one as it may be.
Well, good luck.
More important in how you're wrong, we have no way of knowing.
Exactly. Because we assumed they would never do this.
I did ask about where perimeter is at least.
Yeah. Mhm. And there is a drone investigating, so hooray for that.
Yeah, hooray for that.
Oh god, it'd be just typical if they found the wrong fucking mutant body, wouldn't it? Like, oh yeah, there was a report of a mutant body. We found a mutant body. Someone was just shot in an alleyway. Let's go sort that out.
Well, luckily that one didn't mutate, right?
Yeah.
Over in that
Enjoy the-
alleyway, we've got Percy that has just fired loud, bright lasers into what might be a mutant but looks human, and Kana,
Okay.
who has taken to a low rooftop of, let's say, a drugstore, because that's exactly what you want right next to a rehab clinic.
Of course.
And there's
Else
sight,
we have clinic against their money. Sorry, go on.
sighted down the drone that is investigating. You don't have to roll anything for the metapsonics, unless somebody is cloaking something within your view, which at this point I'm not having you roll. And that includes the alleyway. There's no longer psychic in that alleyway. That is a kind of a metasonic, cheaty way of identifying. Yep, that man dead.
Can I say as much into like comms?
Oh god, can I eat my shot CDC sidekick? Oh god. Is it still a teleporter?
Wait, what?
Huh?
I missed what you said.
Oh. Oh, I think I had to say, does that wait, hold on, can the mutant monstrosities also still be psychic?
Oh god.
Is this thing still a teleporter?
Oh no. Oh no.
Don't give him ideas. We might have to live through that.
It's a little late. No, don't worry. We won't have to live through it.
Okay, we don't have to live through it, but I'd like to live through it.
I would prefer to live through it. Look, the idea that I had for a backup character probably isn't going to be allowed until next campaign, so I would like to live.
Yep. Yep.
But yeah, so Dix, you said it's a human-looking corpse, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. It does not appear
Yeah.
to be mutated in any way. Its blood is red except for where you burnt it black.
Okay, in that case, it's probably not going to mutate. Let's get the fuck out of here. Don't need blasted to bits. Just get out of here. I thought you said it looks human. I'm just like, yeah, it looks human now. It's about to start growing tentacles. But
Ah,
if it does still genuinely look normal human, then yeah, no, leave it.
How far away are we from the clinic?
you're not far. You're about a block and a half.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's
Percy just going to whisper in comms to Kana. Safe to head out. Anyone around? Or anyone
there's a
down?
drone,
Fuck.
but not much else. Guessing they're here to check out the other thing.
We can't bank on it being a crane drone. Can you get us out of here?
You guys did know that the mutant in the clinic had been called into perimeter.
Mm-hmm.
You knew that Doug did
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, Percy's just like, this could be a police drone. I don't want to roll dice on it. It's too much complications. Can you get us out of here?
Yeah, if Percy isn't saying anything into comms, then not Percy. If Douglas isn't saying anything into comms, then yeah, gonna.
There might be
report back.
about this time. Is there any chance I could get an evac out of this building?
Yeah.
I will also say that you guys can, well, from Kana's elevated position, and the simple fact that she can jump around as she needs to. She is not stuck right there. You can see that a couple of people have been, well, 3 people have been wheeled out of the clinic. And they're just sitting in wheelchairs outside of it.
And Percy's just like, over the comms, what the fuck do you mean out of the building? You didn't go in, did you?
No time to discuss this.
You really don't. That's about the end of that conversation for now.
Okay. Percy, in that case, is going to commit an effort to spatial awareness in the hopes that lets him like tell where the drone is coming from.
It doesn't let him see through obstructions, though.
Sure, but I mean, like, he'll move closer towards the end of the alley and hope that it's like sort of caught in the sweep of his
Okay.
quote unquote radar.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough.
Milken is going to say into comms, survive 15 seconds, and port down to pick up Percy. So that next turn we can port out to where Douglas is.
So actually, and with that, is there anything I can throw in its way that might slow it down for a second or two?
If only you had some kind of explosives.
Yeah, that's sorry. That's gonna have to go before Kana's mod. I'm gonna have to make some concealed explosives. I might need some input from Dex on, how it'll work. But
What I think you should do is next time we head over to, where is it that Cassian lives? March, right? Next time we head over there, get one of those body compartments so you can fit things in.
that's actually not a bad idea. Yes.
And just fill it with explosives. Person knows a guy that you could recommend.
Well, filling means, I believe, 3 grenades because they can be bundled, or 1 demo charge.
It would definitely be a demo charge, probably.
Yeah.
But
Also,
for everything else, there's a concealed mod. So I might until I can get that. I'll probably make sure I always have a concealed demo charge.
yeah, that's actually what I was going to say. Is it's just gonna,
Assuming I survive.
it's just a matter of cost. Do you want to spend the 10 times on each explosive?
Yeah. Well, it's also doing the body compartment means it's essentially reusable, whereas obviously the demo charges are single use.
Yeah.
So it's consumable versus reusable.
And I actually kind of like where the prices line up for that.
I also want to say that at some point, Myokin's pulled on a mask.
Okay.
Percy just sees it and thinks, shit, that's a good idea.
What's the mask look like, or do you have that?
It's a very stylized, it's very oriental Oni mask.
Ah,
Nice.
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 Does it also do something to hide the pins on your uniform?
No, not at all.
Okay, we're just the fact that you're wearing a
Uh,
uniform.
It has. It's
Okay.
it's got the colors incorporated into it.
Okay.
It
I just
blends
want to
in
be
nicely.
clear here. There's not too many people that are dressed the way you are here, I think.
That's okay. They don't see my face. I can
Yeah.
always wear different clothes.
Yeah.
That is true. You can't always just say, no, that was someone else wearing the exact same clothes as me.
Ah, yes, that was a different.
That's not
tele-
proof.
that was
that
a
is
different.
true.
That was a different teleporter with my ranking second an outfit.
Exactly.
But yeah,
So what
Yeah,
are
Dex-
Percy and Kana doing? I want to get back
So-
over to Doug.
my question is, with the spatial awareness thing, can
yes,
I
that's right.
tell where that is? Can I tell where that is well enough to stick my hand round the end of the alley and point it at the drone well enough to take a shot?
Make a this is going to be wisdom again, but it's going
Okay.
to use your teleportation skill
Ah,
instead of notice. Now that might seem like a downgrade, but
definitely.
it is achieving the effect that you want of trying to just edge your senses instead of your eyes around the corner.
Okay, this would probably be a good time to tell everyone that wild psychic talent doesn't come with like any skill proficiency in the psychic skill that you take a talent from. So I'm on -1 teleportation.
I think
Uh,
it treats your skill as though it's 0.
What? Sorry.
I think
Uh,
Wild MES treats your skill as though it's 0.
Oh, does it?
No,
I can be very wrong.
no, it doesn't. Viral is actually totally correct on this.
Okay.
It is a -1. Yeah, he's not trained in the ins and outs of the psychic teleporting, but it's still the most appropriate skill to roll for this.
Yeah, it's like instinctive triangulation.
It's also going to be a lower difficulty than if you were trying to notice, and it doesn't require a sneak check.
Okay, okay.
So I guess I should give you those options. If you want to just try and use his peepers without being seen, that is also something you could roll, wisdom notice. But to not be seen in that instance, because the drone is alert,
Yeah.
it would be a sneak check. It may not be difficult because you're very far away, but it's still going to be a sneak check.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I do feel like even if the notice check, like even my notice skill is a total of 3 better than my teleportation skill, that does run the risk of my face being seen. Likewise with sneak, so I am going to roll teleportation.
Go for it.
Oh, attribute wisdom, right?
Yes, please.
Come on. Oh,
You make it.
yes.
You sight the drone with your spatial awareness. It is it's down that way. You can even pin it enough to target without looking. You're still going to have a -4 penalty to the attack,
It's
but
okay.
that doesn't really matter so much for a warrior.
It's fine. Yeah, turning
Okay,
off. Turning
I
off the
actually
burst fire
should
this
have
one.
you roll a shoot skill check because this could benefit if you have any kind of trick shooting feats or anything. But I'll let you auto hit. I'll let you use the warrior auto hit if your skill
Okay.
check fails.
Okay, that's fine.
In this
thought-
instance, normally you can't.
Yeah. That's fine. -4, right?
For the skill check, no. It's just in fact, let's just leave the penalty out of it. I'll adjust difficulty based on what you're doing here.
Okay.
So it's just a straight shoot with wisdom skill check.
With wisdom, got it.
Mhm.
Not
That is sufficient. That is definitely enough.
bad.
You want to describe how this looks in the neon glare of this dusty, sandy cyberpunk hell?
Yeah, I imagine for any onlooker, it's weird because it's just like they see someone's arm poke out of an alleyway, and it just sort of moves around for a couple of seconds like a mind pressed at the air. And it's just weird, and then the person just sort of snaps their fingers and points up at the drone like, yeah, got it. Points up at the drone, and then there's the weird finger reconfiguration thing where they'll stick out completely straight and move to even intervals around the wrist, and then boom, bit of recoil as a laser bolt flies out the palm.
Okay. And the benefit of doing this with a skill check is you don't have to roll damage. That it's just that you achieved the desired effect of knocking the drone out.
Okay. Yeah, Percy then sort of turned his spatial awareness senses down towards street level. How many people are there around?
So you've got about a dozen people on the street right now.
Okay.
That doesn't include the wheelchair bound. And there are more of those dozen farther away from you than near.
Okay.
Because there's laser blasts coming from here. They're avoiding the situation.
Yeah.
And they're continuing to do that. You see that the people are trying to get into stores or get down alleys. People are leaving the scene.
Okay. I think. How feasible is it that if I like? Try to think if Percy could cover his face quickly to be able to.
But you put your arm up in front of your face.
I've just had a silly thought. Probably shouldn't, but I've had a silly thought. With spatial awareness, Percy could conceivably pull his shirt up to cover his face and still run safely.
It's supposed to be blocked by physical objects, but I'll give it to you for.
Okay.
It's gonna obscure a little bit. It's gonna make things fuzzy.
Okay, that's fine. As long as it's like clear enough that I don't run into a wall.
Yes, it'll be clear enough for that.
Okay.
As if concealed by a shirt.
Yes, exactly. If you try to shoot anything in combat, you will still be blind. You'll have the -4 penalty.
That's fair. That's fair. I'm hoping the combat won't come up.
We'll basically treat you as blind, but you have a wireframe graphical view of your surroundings.
I'll take that. Yeah. So Percy is just after shooting the drone down, he's gonna turn to Kana and say, "Help, Doug," and then just fucking flip his shirt up over his face and fucking bolt down the street in the approximate direction. Not directly. Don't worry. Give it away to episodes, but approximate direction of the place that we were before.
Okay.
I was going to warp you both out.
I had a cool idea, but okay, I'll take it.
It's okay. You can do the thing. Listen. I made my plans without thinking that you just run off. So.
Yeah, I was trying to help you respond quicker.
It's a tense situation, thanks to me.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you know, if you were going to teleport us out rather than going straight to Doug, shooting the drone probably wasn't necessary either.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm actually a little bit miffed that you shot the drone.
We actually needed the drone.
Well, hey, I will say,
I thought you only had one teleport.
If you wanted immediate law enforcement action, shooting a drone is how you do that.
You know what? That's a good point.
That's failed successfully.
I don't know. You really don't just write it off as, oh wow, we should have had a drone in the bad part of town.
Let's be honest, the bad part of town is wherever the adventurers are.
Alright, so, Nox, did you have... How is Kana reacting to this?
Bewilderment, and then going to take care of the thing.
Alright, what is taking care of the thing? What's she doing?
Myokin's going to port into the building as close as she can get to Doug and them.
Okay.
and then is going to, I don't know, say something to the effects of, "I'm getting you out of here," and then reduplicate, carry people out.
Okay. So she's definitely seen the hallway that Doug is in. You guys all, well, you saw that as you were going towards the room. It's not like this clinic is a maze of hallways. There's one hallway past the reception desk, and it goes to these rooms.
And I am clearly pinned between the back wall and the monster.
I think I'm not even gonna ask for a check from Kana. I think that she would probably instinctively pick the spot nearest the window, right? Or am I thinking wrong?
Sure.
Would she be
I-
more inclined to teleport somewhere that would be closer to the actual exit from the building?
I was going to say by the reception desk.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I guess, yeah, because you can teleport to places that you've been, and that includes like the exact spot, right?
Yeah,
So like you would,
Mhm.
yeah, you wouldn't be able to
if I knew
teleport
where
past
people
where
were
they all entered.
straight up, but like,
Well, she'd be able to teleport to places that she's seen. Concurrently see. I see where I was going wrong. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Okay, she teleports to the reception desk and she sees. I'll swing the camera back over to Doug now. What you both see is a woman with sharply exaggerated features. Her skin has turned black or sloughed off and become muscle. Her face is black muscle, and her jaw is an exaggerated point of, well, it's almost spear-like chin. She couldn't actually use it for stabbing people, but you can joke about it.
Or could she? Or could she?
No,
I'd be now.
it'd be stabbing somebody like you'd stab somebody with an elbow. It's about as sharp as an elbow. We'll put it there.
Okay. As sharp as an elbow. What a statement.
Yes, exactly. I am the words. And her human teeth appear to still be there, but being jutted and pushed out of the way by a row of sharp, pointy teeth. She is not hulking like Trail was, although you can see that every part of her flesh is muscle. She is wiry. She still has the scraps of her uniform on her where it hasn't torn apart because she grew a foot taller. Um, and her arms, having grown 2 feet longer, at least, are tipped with sharp claws. That's what Doug sees crash through the door. There is a bloody mess inside that room. You can safely assume that you will not need to be rescuing the doctor.
Oh, unfortunate.
And she howls in pain and fury. You see Mandy struggling with the oxygen. Looks over in absolute terror of her own. Now, nobody is in engagement range with this thing yet, so you're all free to move.
going to be getting up to Douglas and then reduplicating out.
Okay. She will
Well,
have
I'm
to...
attempting to draw this thing to me.
So let me paint a real quick graphic here.
I don't know. Would I be unwilling until they get out to safety, though? That's a question. How difficult do I make this for us? For the sake of helping strangers.
Okay, I think
Because I'm pretty sure if you just teleport me right out, Mandy and friends are toast.
I'm taking them with me. Anyone in that 3-meter radius.
Oh, right.
We're taking who we have now and going.
That's fair.
This is not to scale, but is intended to kind of represent what you're looking at. Here's the barred window. The room from which the creature burst, the room in which Mandy's in, and then there were the other rooms over here. Like I said, it's not to scale. There's 2 other rooms. Somewhere we'll put them here and here. And so Doug is effectively here. Mandy is here, and Myokin is about here. And we've got the. Let me relabel this. There we go. That's the basic layout there. So to get past the monster to Doug, Kana will have to teleport.
Okay, so this becomes a next turn plan.
Okay.
No, you won't be able to unless you teleport them to me and then me out with them.
What?
There's where'd you say Mandy and the other person was? I assume somewhere on this side where Kana
I thought
is.
they were with you.
No, they're with you. They're in this room.
Oh, they're with me. Oh, so drawing it to me is a bad idea, anyways. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to draw it out so that I could
That
show.
actually does make things easier though overall. So I'll take it.
Yeah, it actually does. I should have gone with how you described it.
Yeah. I thought that they were on the other side of the monster from me, so that's why I was like, okay, I'll draw it to me.
Ah, yes.
So they can finish getting out.
Yeah, it has effectively trapped you in the building if you didn't have a teleporter.
Yeah.
So it was a worse situation without a teleporter. But
Yeah.
pretty much every situation is.
Yeah.
Every situation is worse without teleporting.
It was an appreciably worse situation without a teleporter.
Yes.
Mhm.
Now, even though you are not threatened and engaged, it does look like, with this thing's ridiculously long arms, it would have no trouble reaching you. It's for mechanical purposes. You're not engaged and wouldn't have to. You could fire long weapons at it, everything that would come, but it could also attack you from where it is.
Yeah. Would it take it? Does it do the? I don't remember. It's not called attack of opportunity in this, is it?
No, it would not. That's
Okay.
Yeah. It's you don't have to disengage or do anything like that.
Okay.
But
But
I
it
guess while I'm here, I'll use my action, fight defensively,
Yeah.
or full defense, whatever it happens to be called.
Total defense. Yeah.
I suppose
Totally.
that's probably what Doug is doing right now, since he was told just to stay alive for 15 seconds.
Mandy from the room in there. I need help. I can't get the. What is that?
Yeah. How vital is that equipment? Does it look like something I could jury rig after we teleport out if Kana teleports me?
Jury rig? No. It is medical equipment. Well, let me reframe that. If you're
Basically,
on the
Medical equipment heavier than 9 tons.
no, it's not.
Then it comes with
Oh.
us.
Oh, okay. Well, Doug doesn't know that, so Doug's trying to figure out. Doug's gonna assume that you have to, detach it somehow.
So and yeah, it's also good for the purpose of exploring. So if you were teleported to the other side of the window onto the street, and you somehow didn't have to worry about this thing anymore, you would be hard pressed to find the right materials, scrap, and such to jury rig something like this. If you were teleported onto your ship with your scrap
Well,
piles,
Also, I
or
didn't take creative.
yeah, well, you'd have your workshop on the ship. There would be no problem there. You'd also have, advanced lab. Oh, here's a different example. If you're teleported into a junkyard, then Doug could probably jury rig something. It would require a heal check and a very easy fix check.
Yeah, but the heal check would be the issue there for Doug. But that's okay.
Um, so in that sense, yeah, no, it's something that he probably could put together. He sees what it's for, and it wouldn't be hard to describe to him what it's for, and he could hopefully get something together in time before, well, whatever life-sustaining magic that thing is supplying runs out.
Before the person croaks.
Yes. So Doug can consider consider his options, and does he want to go in and try and help her detach it?
Based on what he knows, which is not terribly much about Kana's teleportation, yes.
Okay.
What we know about her teleportation is she can teleport.
Oh. All right. And Kana is going to teleport and take everyone with them, right?
Yeah.
Well, then I think let's go ahead and get one quick roll of the initiative.
Need to find my character token. Need to find the
Bottom
initiative
right.
button.
Yeah, have the initiative. Well, that's a thing. So basically, it'll probably be before Doug gets there. Myokin will basically just teleport in and just take us out before I can do anything.
Oh god, I have double initiative. You got lucky.
Yes. Yeah, he did. I was debating whether I
mean,
was.
I'm pretty confident I could survive a round of attacks.
Oh, almost
Keep in
certainly.
mind, I have Iron Hide, so I have 18 AC still.
Yeah, I mean, Percy survived a couple of attacks as well in armor. Doesn't mean he enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, no, probably not. But I'm better off than most people in the situation.
Mm-hmm. And in the fiction, it is scrabbling after Doug. It is absolutely trying to snap at him. Let's see, how does this play out? He starts to run into the building because kind of got the higher initiative here. He starts to run into the room to help Mandy with the tools and the equipment. As this thing is making fluidly jerky motions, it's almost as if it's kind of displaced in space. Oh, and by the way, Nox, it's psychic.
Hate it.
Hopefully that's not my fault.
No, I already had. I'll show you what.
Oh, I trust you. I don't think you would normally do. I don't think you would randomly decide on the spot to turn it into a psychic. Oh, okay. So it's not full. It's not a full psychic though.
It does not have its full. Yeah, its brain has basically been rearranged. It doesn't have all the normal neural pathways.
Oh god.
I hope so. It started by having his head blown off.
No, I think Percy had narrated it as a hole in the chest.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Oh, then
Originally,
I'm just wrong all the way.
Could be. I'm just saying. Could be.
No, I would have had to describe its head differently if its head had been blown off. It still would be doing this. Those mutations don't care what damage you've caused to them.
So
And Kana teleports just past its reaching claws, sees Mandy, sees the equipment that she's struggling valiantly to disconnect into a smaller, travel oxygen tank, and can snap them all away. Spend the extra effort, and where are you taking them?
to the rooftop with Das.
To the rooftop with Das. Is Das on the rooftop?
I thought we were outside.
I thought this was where we were with
Where-
Douglas.
It's wherever I was on standby. I don't think we ever really specified where I was on standby before.
We didn't. No, just it was near enough.
I had
But-
put you guys ground floor inside of a building,
Okay.
Nearby
Then
Then
that-
I guess there.
which is actually even safer, honestly.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, this
Yeah.
thing could definitely reach on a rooftop. Do you see those
Oh,
tentacles?
undoubtedly. I didn't see the tentacles, and I'm happier that way.
And then I'll go ahead and say on the comms. Move over here real quick.
Mhm.
To wow, names are hard.
Scraping.
Percy to come back to the meeting point.
Also, there's still those people out front of the building. That's what I'm going to say. Yeah, there's still some people out front of the building. I'd rather not get killed.
I was gonna say that Mandy also says that over while Kana is talking on the comm. So Percy hears Kana say, "Come back to the building." Mandy say, "Where? Get my people!" And Doug saying, "There's still people in front of the building." All over Kana's comm.
Yep. Well, wouldn't it be a fantastic alibi for having just shot someone if a short distance away, or a decent distance away, where I probably couldn't have run in that time from the crime, I'm helping people, and so
This
that
thing-
is.
This thing, we can be the heroes of the story instead of the villains.
both.
Is Percy going to go over there and get those people?
Depends. How far away did kind of drop me off?
To the meeting point with Das.
I don't think Kana got Percy.
Did she
'Cause-
not teleport us both away from where we were?
No.
No,
No,
I'm thinking that way at
you
first.
ran away.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I was just starting to run away and then you teleported us. That's what I thought you were laughing about.
No, you can totally let you do that.
Okay.
So
I mean, I suppose.
yeah, Percy I
okay.
thought was going towards the building, which is why he had put up the silk screen disguise.
Yeah, that
The
was
screen
the plan.
disguise.
Yeah, I just thought that I was going to do that and then kind of just.
Ah, no,
Right,
you did not get teleported.
Okay.
You
okay.
were too fast for her.
In that case, yeah, that is very much the plan.
Okay.
That is
I do
very
love
much-
how hectic this whole scene has gotten now.
Yeah.
I'm very glad I got plenty of sleep last night.
And if at any point Percy reasons that he's like out of general line of sight of the public, then he is going to drop the silkscreen disguise and start walking at a brisk pace towards the meeting point instead of sprinting with his shirt over his head.
Well, while he considers that, all of the nearby ad spaces go black.
Oh god. Not that I could see that.
No, you can see that because there's no more light coming through the fuzzy fabric. Or at least that light's not coming through the fuzzy fabric. And a red horizontal bar crosses the screen. You see words of warning. This section is locked down by order of perimeter.
Oh good, it's not me. Golly.
Stand where you are and do not move. Agents will arrive shortly. This is actually being said right now. The warning on the screen is like 3 words, but being broadcast over all of the ad space is instructions to remain in place, basically freeze where you are, with heavy implications that the ads are watching you.
Okay,
And
okay.
await perimeter interrogation of in pursuit of, and it rattles off some Astos governmental code, which someone with admin, if they're overhearing, which is everyone is overhearing this, can easily and quickly identify as basically the catch-all for perimeter to do anything and everything they want. Under belief that corporate on civilian violence has occurred.
Okay.
They immediately enact that. Well, I shouldn't say they always immediately enact that when a drone is destroyed, but it does seem to have occurred this time.
Damn it. So they probably think I'm some sort of.
Probably thought about the
Operation
combination
Denial
of a tip being called in and then the drone getting shot down.
Fuck. Fuck.
I mean, it's fine. We'll probably just be able to teleport out just fine. There's no way they're gonna have a psychic with static shot. The static, is there?
Surely not.
I would never jinx things.
I believe Kana has detected cloaked. Didn't they say that, Nox?
You said that there was nothing before.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
No, I was not having you roll any metasonics against the perimeter agents to detect if they were cloaking. So, she hasn't encountered any perimeter agents that have been metascience trying to cloak their powers. But you have seen perimeter agents that are psychic.
Fuck.
Okay.
In the immediate vicinity recently, or
Not recently, no, not this
either
vicinity.
plot in general?
Yeah, that's where I had said that you didn't see anything.
Yeah. Percy is going to key his comms and say, Kana, is the rescue effort over there finished?
That's what I'm saying. We still got, at least there's still people out front of the building.
I don't care about them.
I do.
You can see them, Percy. There's two heavy-set men and a frail-looking woman/girl, just kind of slumped in their wheelchairs outside the building.
Oh, thank God. I thought you said there was two heavy-set men and a frail-looking woman as perimeter agents approaching me.
Oh no!
That's a relief.
Especially
You're about to engage
Special
in the
agent frail
trolley
woman.
problem. No, just saying you're engaging in a trolley problem. Two heavyset men or a frail woman. Pick two.
Okay.
But yeah, just get to the meeting point.
Yeah.
The,
Passage reply.
Well, I mean, Doug's gonna start running for him then.
Yeah, passage reply. I think that plan might be shot. The adverts are screaming at me to stay still. Where perimeter agents are coming. I think they might be following me.
Cool. They can try and teleport to the ship.
You know what? Fair. I can get there faster than they can.
Let's meet up in front of the building and save the folks there.
Percy
It's all
is
the same difference. We teleport.
Yeah, Percy's just gonna go. You do that if you can. I need to get the fuck off this planet, and just start running for the meeting point. Yeah, probably still keeping the shirt up. I still don't want them to see my face particularly.
Okay.
Like I can still run. My wireframe view lets me run well enough to not fucking trip and eat shit while I'm running, right?
Yeah.
Good. Yep. Sprint for the meeting point.
Okay.
Are the ads black barring for us?
In your building, no, they're not.
Oh.
Sorry, I should have clarified that you were seeing that. Well, you hear it outside. It's close enough that you can hear the ads. And I like that term, but I'm going to call it red barring because it is a red horizontal bar across a black ad.
What are the odds that the ads around you start doing that as I get closer?
Well, that'll be a good test. Inside your building, you are still getting happy, fluffy ads for something. I don't know. Whatever somebody has said most recently.
Probably something to help people calm down.
Yeah.
And drug 2 doors over.
Yeah. Or something about aliens, because Asta is right there.
True. Are you finding your life meaningless? Why not consider drugs so you don't worry about it so much?
So, what are the various actions that are occurring here? Viral, what's Percy doing?
Running as fast as he fucking can towards the meetup point.
Okay, Percy is running to the meeting point. What is Doug doing?
Probably running back towards the entrance of the building.
Fucking hell, Doug.
Look,
Okay,
I've already gone so far to try to save these people. I'm not gonna stop now.
look, if perimeter comes, then with Canon's permission, I'm leaving and you're on your own.
That's fine by me.
Because we also have Das here. And Das needs to get off planet.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
You also
get
have
yourself
Riley
killed.
there. What is Riley doing? I see Ellie typing.
I'll be real. I forgot Riley was here with us.
I also did.
What is Riley doing? Not what is Ellie doing?
Yeah. Really?
All right.
I mean, Riley does want samples.
Yeah, that's right. Why don't you go back in and fight the thing?
I mean, the perimeter's on the way. I feel much better. As long as I'm not cornered. I'm honestly, I don't dislike my odds so long as I'm not cornered. I maybe
Right.
famous last words, but
Yeah, I just added several more crimes to my rap sheet. I have more concern with Perimeter being here than you do.
yeah, I haven't done anything wrong yet.
Okay.
I like the
Aside from being associated with you.
All right. Then what is Kana doing?
Prepping to get all of us out of here.
Okay.
You may need to be leaving Doug then.
It's fine.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll leave you the ship.
Yeah, make your way back up when you can. Don't get killed. I think Percy probably would say something to that effect over the comms, like, "You're state help them." Fucking, of course you are. Don't get killed.
Best I can do is try.
Uh,
Not get killed.
All right. So Kana is preparing to take those who are remaining inside the building back to the ship.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mhm.
Well, Doug, Mandy, goes along with him. Real quick question for Kana's teleport. There's still the old man that is, on oxygen here. Is Kana taking him to the ship?
Nope.
Okay.
He's Mandy's problem.
All right.
Does he at least have his equipment?
He does. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
That will surely help him when the mutant monster is chewing his head.
He is
Well,
He's head of
stable.
a building. You'd might as well
There's only
fine.
one mutant. It can only be in one place at a time.
Right.
I say that. That may not necessarily
I was getting tentacles. I disagree.
All
I'm
right.
going to operate in the assumption it's going to be only in one place at a time.
Doug, as you run back and Kana teleports away, teleports the others over to the ship. Mandu in tow. She slows down as approaching the building, and she asks, "Hell is that thing?"
How do you feel? Hold on. What are your feelings on Mercure Core?
She doesn't react in any particular way. I mean, she is still also trying to keep pace.
Yeah.
Says they do a lot of they do good work. They send
Well.
supplies to help recovery.
They also kind of do that to their people.
She gulps and continues along with him.
That seems honestly. I've seen people take it worse. That seems the appropriate response. Just like, oh shit.
I mean, they can do good things and bad things.
As opposed to us, who do exclusively good things, has shot 2 people in the past 10 minutes. But you see,
Both
they
of
were
you
the,
are drone
but,
people.
but you see, they were enemies, and that makes it okay. Disclaimer: this is a joke. Neither I nor Percy actually feel that way.
Yeah. Mandy is the one that has been tired and cranky the entire time. And kind of just seemed like she was done with everything as she was serving up the genetic testing kit. A little bit less done with everything as you're approaching
Now done
the.
with things in a much different way.
Yes, look at things in a much different way.
Yeah.
Um,
Now
so
that everything includes running for your damn life, she's suddenly not done with everything.
how do you want to approach it? Are you racing to get these people and wheel them out, or are you trying to approach quietly and hope that it's for some reason confused and still inside the building?
I think Doug's probably in a hurry.
Okay.
I guess. Yeah, because I don't really know how those people are reacting either. Like, I don't know if they're trying to get further out or not.
The people in the wheelchairs?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know.
They're not. They're incapable of taking any actions right now.
Yeah, so I'm probably getting there. I don't know. Were they screaming or anything, or are they just kind of like in a daze? If they're kind of like in a daze, I probably would sneak up more so if they aren't making a bunch of noise.
The people in the wheelchairs, they're knocked out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'll probably sneak up then if or at least not like charge in screaming or anything.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I think I get where you're asking. They are not
Yeah.
making noise or drawing attention in any way.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you want to try
So
and
basically, so long as I don't approach it making noise, maybe it will be confused and stay in the building.
you don't see it
obviously-
yet or any sign of it. Well, then why don't you go ahead and roll me a
Yeah.
Dex sneak check?
All right.
It's probably busy
Douglas'
chewing.
specialty.
It's probably busy chewing on rehab patients that didn't get brought to the building yet.
I might use my expert reroll.
Might be an idea.
Unskilled skills is the best things to reroll with the expert reroll.
I'm going to use that.
Snake eyes, come on.
Why did you
God.
say it?
I was joking.
You've done this to me.
I was joking. I'm sorry.
All right, well, we're going loud then. I hope perimeter works real fast.
Alternatively, you can draw its attention and then run away with us. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jinx you.
Oh no, y'all already run away.
Okay.
All right. Well, this is getting even more and more exciting.
I'm sorry, it's funny.
Okay, so
Look, no, I understand. I bring this upon myself.
I'm going to say the two wheelchairs are too unwieldy to both manipulate at once. Even if Doug has the strength for it, it's just unwieldy to be pushing two heavy people in wheelchairs in a rush. So, you have some options.
Are you sure I can't weld them together real quick with my 3-set tools in a way that it's more or less awkward?
I would certainly would give you an option. Maybe not welding, but you have spare parts, and you could possibly throw something together that makes them one wheelchair instead of two. So that's one option. You can push one of the people, and Mandy will take the other one. She'll probably actually take the girl because Mandy is not as strong as Doug.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you can try and just body carry them, ditch the wheelchairs, and carry them both.
Oh, I'll definitely do that.
Uh,
Good hand. I got my +3 exert.
Okay. All right.
If there's anything I can do with exert,
Yeah.
I can roll that once.
You did catch it. I left the fix option in there too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure that you didn't.
No, I guess I should use fix just so I can use all my good skills in this one encounter.
I'm not trying to influence you. I just wanted to make sure
Yeah.
that it wasn't like a no. He denied my my welding attempt.
Actually, yeah, I think. Yeah, no, I think I'll do. Yeah, I think I'll go with the fixed angle.
Okay.
Because that way it leaves me a little bit more free. Like I don't have to like throw him down to if like I need to like shoot this thing to for whatever reason. Not that I expect to be able to kill it, but yeah.
It
Are
will
you taking
cost.
Probably better to.
It will cost 1 spare part.
Okay. Actually, I should probably mention. I don't think I actually carry spell parts on me, but I will now.
Wait, what? Why?
Well, actually, I'm sorry. Yeah, if you really to, because I can't carry any of my explosives and stuff. Usually, I'm weighed down by explosives. You know.
That's fair. He always carries the tools of the trade. It's just that sometimes the tools of the trade are incendiary, and other times they're not.
As a GM, I'm
Yeah.
going to suggest that it might be in character for Doug to carry spare parts. Remember that they do bundle,
Yeah.
so you can have 3
Well,
for
and I
just 1
forget that-
encumbrance.
Yeah. Well, I don't. Yeah, because I don't really use. I didn't have the creative, so I didn't think I'd have really much of a use for him.
Yeah. No,
So I never gave credence to it.
And to be fair, we haven't really run into this before. But I do let you do quick and simple things like this, just with spend some spare parts. If you had time, you wouldn't need the spare parts. You could just fix,
Gotcha.
rig something
Okay,
up
yeah, I did.
with them.
Yeah, I didn't think I would have a use for him.
But
How did you attach it?
this would be digging through his pile, throwing things out of his pack as they're not useful, and finding the right lashing bind, harness, and something that he can use as a harness, and kind of breaking apart one unit of spare parts, leaving stuff behind because he's in a rush. That's why it would cost 1. You could possibly come back and collect it if he wants, but
That sounds sketchy.
So does he want to go with the fix or the exert option?
I'll go with the fix. If you're willing to let me, retcon having spare parts on me.
I am. I think it makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, I just didn't consider it a thing that would be useful.
Yeah. Yeah. So go ahead and have them on you. Mark 1 off
Oh.
and make a actually, make this a dex fix check.
All right.
And viral, you are not allowed to say anything.
But the rockets was totally different. That was a new rocket launcher.
All right.
Oh, right.
So
Right,
not
I
a great roll, but at least I got that +3.
I couldn't tell whether you're talking about in relation to the actual roll itself or the lack of explosives. I was gonna ask you in what configuration he's attaching the wheelchairs to each other.
Oh, we're not gonna worry about that.
Okay.
Oh, I was just thinking like side by side. Maybe like just taking off the left side,
See, what I'm thinking is
and
that if
the
you're
left side and
attaching-
right side, and putting them together. But
if you're attaching them in a line one in front of the other, kind of like how trolleys stack into each other, then you can use all 4 wheels. You basically built a wheelchair car.
that actually does.
Wheel-
I think
wheel car.
that probably does make more sense. Though I guess
Oh, wait.
really either way, it's either one really wide wheelchair, it's one long wheelchair.
Wait, wheel car? That's all cars.
Let's decide how they're lashed together once we resolve a few more things in here. Because
Yeah, right.
I'll tell you that
Yeah.
it won't matter except for narrative fictional purpose. That check succeeds. Doug is able to easily lash them together in a configuration that works for his purposes. And a couple of things happen next as Doug and Mandy are scurrying back, trying to be a little bit quiet because Mandy is following Doug's lead on that. In moving away from whatever that monstrosity is. You get down the street and across, kicking up little clouds of the fallen sand as you go and as the wheels kick it up. And you hear over the red bar ads. Stop! Freeze! And very shortly after that, you hear crashing through the door because it got closed on your way out at some point. The monstrosity. Your failed sneak check has resulted in a standoff between you, what are clearly perimeter agents, as they teleport right, well, not right next to you, but into what looks like probably a central position, a known central position, and this monster. If we're
Oh
to,
god, are they trying to tell it to stop?
I assume
If
they
we-
are. I'm not gonna pull out my gun if they're here. Let them decide who's the bigger threat.
so if we put little markers on here, we'll put a D for Doug, a M for monster, and a E for perimeter.
Seems appropriate.
Oh, they're on the other side of us. Great.
They're on the other side of you. They, and when I say central positioning, I kind of mean that they appeared on. I think Doug is observant enough for this. They appear on like corners, street corners, and they both teleport to the same approximate distance from the street lamp that's on that corner. And looks like they've got, memorized and marked out specific
That's a practice
places.
maneuver.
Yeah, that's exactly the best way to put it. This was a practiced maneuver. They're already flanking, and they're in positions where they would not fire upon each other at just about any point on this street. Actually, should move this one up just a little bit.
Very professional.
And we're at 1 o'clock. Let's go ahead and take a 15-minute break.
Mm-hmm.
Quickly before we do, have we teleported out to the ship?
You have.
Good.
Okay.
Sorry to derail this, y'all, but let's just say this is a crisis of conscience for Doug.
Well, I think this is interesting. It's going to be even more interesting if you get arrested by perimeter.
Yep.
And I'm not being sarcastic. It is going to be interesting.
All right, let's return to our three-way showdown. So you've got perimeter on either side. You've got a monstrosity that has just burst through a door, and Doug and Mandy wheeling what look like unconscious patients away. How does Doug want to react in the very split instant that he has to react?
I'll probably put myself between Mandy and friends and the monster with my hands up,
That's a good look.
because my gun's not going to do any good against the thing anyways. So I'm really just trusting the perimeter people will at least distract. So here's the thing: I won't feel bad if the perimeter agents die. My crisis of conscience doesn't go that far.
Okay.
So I'm really hoping that they will decide that the monster is the greater threat, and they'll basically end up in their little fight with it while I get away while they're fighting it.
Roll either lead or perform with charisma.
Perform, obviously.
Okay.
Charisma?
Uh-huh. All right. Perimeter opens fire on the monster.
Okay, good.
I'm Mandy.
And it's loud. They are using thunder guns. They are in storm armor. They are.
Okay, I don't think they're gonna die then.
They aren't. They don't have the hit points they are probably lower hit dice than the Mercure Corps assassins that were sent
They
down.
are, but they are better equipped because they don't need to be quiet.
They are much better equipped.
Yeah.
Let me roll a real quick contest just to see what this looks like. I'm gonna give perimeter +6 on this. Perimeter. And 2 rolls. Oh dear. Oh Jesus. Well, that. And the creature. Okay. There's some risk. It's not completely one-sided slaughter. This thing is literally dodging the sonic blasts being flung at it.
Which is impressive.
And it does close on one of the perimeter, but that just gives you the opportunity to see even more how equipped they are. As go ahead and roll me a either with intelligence, either stab or no.
Stab, no.
Stab.
No, actually. I actually have a 0 in that.
No, I need you to roll something though.
Yeah. Oh, let's see. Oh, you.
I think that is sufficient to recognize the very clean and clear cut of a wind cutter.
Oh, nice.
Remember what wind cutters?
They have wind cutters. At least that one does. They don't
Yeah,
all
yeah.
have the same.
Remember that?
That's like essentially that's artifact sword, right?
Oh. Oh.
It's
Oh.
one of the more common artifact swords. It's not like there's only 2 of them in the universe.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
But it's still
It's
an
not
artifact.
artifact to the level of like a D&D artifact.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, so it's more like D&D magic items level of artifact.
Yeah.
It's basically pre-tech. It's pre-tech level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but artifacts are like specific pre-tech things, right? Or like a specific pre-tech, rare pre-tech.
Yeah, they're supposed to
Yes.
be. They're like some of the artifacts are things, just simply things that were being manufactured by sci-tech manufacturers. They were common weapons for the troops, so you can find them all around. You guys could go artifact hunting if you wanted. And so it's not like this is a huge display, but it is a clear display that
Still
they
pretty impressive for ground troops,
yeah.
for an organization to have them.
With the creature dispatched, you can hear them mumbling into their headsets. You can't really make out, even with a good notice check, you really wouldn't be able to make out what they're saying. But it's probably fair to assume that they're calling for cleanup. And
Being detained.
well, one is walking towards you, and how does Doug act as they're walking towards him?
I assume he's trying to act innocent, like he doesn't know anything. I side eye Mandy.
Well, she's definitely
Trying to
acting
convey.
scared.
Yeah,
She's acting scared.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying. Well, shit. I don't want to tell her to lie for me, but I do kind of want to tell her to lie for me. Yeah.
You could just plant the idea in there. That's Mercure.
That this is Mercure?
Yeah. I mean, it is.
No, I don't think that even if I think that's a good idea, that's not gonna occur to Doug. Also, I think it's pretty. I feel like it'd probably be pretty clear that that's perimeter. She lives here. She knows perimeter.
Yeah, presumably.
At
No,
least it's the farm.
the monster.
Oh yeah, I already planted that idea.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just Yeah, my concern is that she knows that I know more, but I know like for one thing I knew that thing was in there,
Hmm.
so that's my concern. But I guess I'll just have to go with it. And I'll weasel. I'll try to do my best to weasel, but I don't know if Doug's the best weasel.
Okay.
Yeah, he's more.
But there's not much else I can do.
Mhm.
I don't think, or I mean, I could, like I said, I could try to flee, but I don't think it's gonna go well for me. Not with teleporters with thunder guns and storm armor.
It'll just look shady.
Yeah,
you know,
I think attempting to flee. So the best I can do is basically attempt to talk my way out of it,
Yeah.
and maybe I'm thinking that maybe I can pass myself off as not knowing as much, exactly what happened here.
Okay.
The problem is that I do know what happened here. That's my concern, is that I do know.
All right. Well,
I will say, whatever you decide, I literally don't have the effort to come get you out.
Yeah. Well,
the
plus perimeter. So
Mm.
you just teleporting down to pick me out may not be as simple as it seems. So I'm gonna go along with them and cooperate, but I am also going to, try to be cagey. Well, obviously I don't want to seem cagey, but I'm going to be cagey about what I know of the situation.
Look, if you're straightforward with some of it, they'll assume that's all of it.
the agent approaching Doug, the power armored agent approaching Doug, slows, looks at the three wheelchair bound and Mandy and at Doug, and focuses their helmet on Doug, and a female voice issues forth. Cannot tell gender from their armor; it is genderless armor.
Well, you can tell gender from voice, huh?
Feminine sounding voice.
Yeah, there you go.
Look, he's old. Cut him some slack.
Yes, I am. A high pitched voice.
That's for Doug.
A high pitched voice, typically
feminine
associated with
presenting.
femininity.
A feminine presenting voice.
There you go.
Anyways.
Asks, are any civilians hurt?
Mandy, I don't think so. There's one more old man in that building over there, and I gesture towards the building that we are in.
The perimeter agent doesn't wait for the full answer. Starts walking past Doug.
I'll certainly allow that.
Yeah, let him go.
I do want a talk charisma check, because Doug does know of a civilian that's hurt, unless he doesn't consider the doctor to be a civilian.
Oh,
There is
Or
a
maybe he's
bloodbath in that room.
I feel like that's gonna be. I thought it's gonna be a Freudian. I think that's gonna be a Freudian sip. So I'm gonna because Doug doesn't consider that person a civilian in this scenario.
And perimeter might not either.
Also, they're not hurt; they're dead.
So yeah, let's
I mean, that's not wrong.
go ahead and get a roll and see how well that rolls out.
Okay. Like, it's not really Doug intentionally lying or anything.
No.
He just genuinely doesn't consider that a civilian in this scenario because he knows what went down. So, yep.
With a
Are
3,
they-
how would you characterize it? Would you say that there's any second thought stutter of the internal dialogue or internal monologue? Wait, does that count, or does how does that 3 play out there? Unless you want to reroll it. This is a new scene.
Oh gosh. No, I think the 3. Oh, is it a new scene?
It is a new scene. Yes, the scene with the escape from the monster ended.
Yeah. I mean, this is probably my. I feel like getting a good roll early on in this case is probably my best bet to getting out of this scot-free. So feel like this may be the best time to use the reroll. Because with the 3, I feel like Doug's definitely letting it slip that he knows about the dead doctor in there. It's specifically saying doctor, which again he shouldn't really know.
They may be walking past him right now, but if there's anything in their metrics that picks up, and they later see the doctor, they have his face. So that's kind of the risk that you're facing with the 3, is that if it rides on a 3, then there may be something in their facial, like, insight metrics that picked up.
They may look into me. They may look into me more.
Yes.
Which of course will pull up a record. Yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna re-roll that.
Okay.
I do think this is my best hope of not.
Okay.
Hey.
Not
There it
bad.
is.
Not bad.
Yeah, so I know I do not let slip that I know about the doctor in there.
All right. The agent walks past Doug and just kind of converges on the creature. They are vigilant. There's one that is watching it at all times, while another is communicating with base. You see, drones are starting to swarm in, and also a good clue for you: the red bars have returned to ads, and the people that had frozen, not all of them froze, of course, but the people that had are now skittering away as quickly as they can. So there's enough social reference around Doug that it's probably safe to continue on and get off the street.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do that. I will. Yeah, I guess I will check to make sure that Mandy is okay, and offer her like some credits, and I'll give her the because she mentioned you can get like contact information, right? So like, the mail will find me. I'll give her that, but I was like, I need to get out of here.
She thanks Doug profusely for helping. She goes into a little bit more detail than is probably necessary. Just says that she doesn't have much, but she has these patients that look to her, and she takes it on herself to care for them, and basically she's just happy that she felt like she's been more alive today in saving these people than she has in a while of seeing them come and go over and over again in the facility.
Yeah, he'll commend her. Yeah, she performed. Yeah, she did very well, all things considered.
Hmm.
And yeah, I mean, it's like I think people deserve a second chance.
Yeah, she is in agreement.
And that's scene.
Scene.
Doug was never seen again. Actually, if Doug does smoke bomb, you just hear thump, 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 thump running away.
Without further complication, Doug can make it back to the ship. His face is not registered as a person of interest at any checkpoint or the starport entry. He is asked if the other people that came down on the cargo lighter with him are still staying on planet and how long they'll be staying.
Oh yeah, they'll be there at least another day.
Okay.
I didn't get their whole plans.
All right.
Nice.
But he's not otherwise given any grief or trouble taking the cargo lighter up. And its operation is simple enough that he doesn't need pilot to fly it. He's not doing anything fancy. Like, trying to evade ground-based gunfire because he's running from perimeter.
What? Yeah, sure. But what if I want to power slide into Raza's docking bay?
That is going to require a skill check.
All right, I'm doing it, y'all. No.
Oh God.
No, Doug wouldn't. Because you know what? If he causes any damage, he's the one that has to fix it.
Very true. All right. You have you have actually saved a lot of lives there by both reporting and distracting that thing.
Doug will sleep easy tonight. You know what though? It may be the best sleep Doug gets in a long time.
Yeah, that's true, because it was only after we learned about that we started doing crimes when we got some crew to help you. So at first it was exhaustion and, you know, paranoia that something was going to break overnight.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say good job, team, but that was mostly Doug. Good job, Doug.
I mean, so far as our mission was concerned, I definitely just made things more complicated. But I feel much better about it now.
That's good.
All right, let's take a moment to refocus, reorient. I know that you guys were talking about going to Audrima, hunting for a ship based on various stories and rumors of, well, Audrima taking ships. Not just any old vessel. They, according to the stories, have taken some fairly decent fighters and other ships that they might be willing to part with. I did put a list of kind of options there in the planning channel. That basically summarized as YOLO there and see how it goes. Maybe they're friendly. You could investigate the reports of lost ships. Few places you could do that, including Astos. Investigate the stories claiming Audrima borders bought people. Try to find patterns. Also, various places you can start those investigations. Or anyone that you know who has general information about the sector. Obviously, Cassian is a information resource. And I'll leave you to decide if you think any of your other main contacts are information type resources.
Okay, so I think those two options that I would like. I think those two options that I would particularly like to tackle here. Well, one option I would definitely like to tackle, and that is get the hell off this planet until it cools down a bit. But yeah, beyond that, two other options I'm thinking. One is that we go back to Mona, have a chat with Vajon, just character development, you know? And I think it'll be the first time that we've actually gone back somewhere that we went to. Let's Koana get to go home. Maybe Vajon knows some stuff, not necessarily about this, possibly other stuff, who can say?
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna know much about Audrima. Well, I don't know, maybe. Greater
I
things, I suppose.
I don't know, he's already shown experience with a variety of stuff that we didn't expect. And like I say, Koana gets to go home. We did promise her that like every 6 months, didn't we?
Yeah. And I suppose if we do go back to Mona, this would be as good a time as any because we're kind of in the area.
Right.
Right.
Move you over to the sector map.
Of course, if we just got our drive 6, it wouldn't really matter. Just, go on out there.
Yeah, but we don't have that.
Because everything is in the area.
Yeah, you're in the region of everything.
Yeah, if you have a drive 6, the area is yes.
Or at least when you have, because Kana can manage those.
Yeah, the other thought is we go and see Cassian again, because I think we might like to get into some ally ? Intrigues with him again. We want to work some more. I think Elise in particular wants to work some more on corrupting his daughter. You wanted to get some cyberware, didn't you, Doug?
Well, I do now.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't like being pinned against the wall that I should have been able to blow up.
Yeah, right. We wanted to squeeze him for information on the how did you not know that Portia Lim was the head of security for Spectre Star thing. And there was something else that I was gonna say, but I can't remember what it was.
Let me see.
Oh yeah, possible updates. The updates on Android and or the pieces of our ship that got taken. Possibly.
Are there any galactic mandate ships in orbit that we can maybe talk with
Yeah.
directly rather than going back down on Astos?
I thought you were gonna say board.
No, well, with permission maybe.
Yeah,
You
they're
did mention
Galactic Mandate certainly has representation as a corporation are in orbit around Astos.
Mm-hmm.
you mentioned that as one of the potential sources on information on Aldrima.
Mm-hmm.
Nox, Ellie, any thoughts? I guess not.
We kind of
Oh.
had next steps kind of settled already. Uh,
No, we want to go
definitely
to
before
Aldrima,
we
but
definitely before we even take the ship anywhere, want to rest and get some effort back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an overnight thing, isn't it?
Actually, I can spare one. We'll go blind for the jump, but that's it.
wait,
Psychic blind, she means,
Did
not
you-
actually blind.
I mean blind for the jump.
Psychic blind, she has effort committed to that, I think.
Yeah, I've effort committed to her for the special eyes.
Yeah. Does that
I'll-
affect? Oh, yeah. I mean, no. I'm sure we could take a day after the event.
Mhm.
Definitely.
I'll wait. I will wait until after I make the
Oh, right. I forget
The-
things are scenes. Yeah, things are committed for scenes, aren't they? Well, this is definitely
Oh,
gonna
no.
be scenes.
Mine's
Oh, you have days.
teleport. Translocation stuff is committed for days.
Okay.
But
I mean-
I've got a in the event that some kind of catastrophe happens with the jump, I have a foci that will help us not explode the ship. And so for that, I need to have an effort open.
Mm.
Okay. I mean, yeah. No, we're not jumping anywhere right now. I think we're gonna
Okay.
be.
Well, when we
I don't think it. Yeah, I don't think we're talking about leaving today, like necessarily today, right?
Yeah, I think we just need to catch our breath, honestly.
We don't. We don't really have a time. I don't think we don't have an established timetable for doing things.
Mhm.
And right now we're basically,
Yeah.
hey, do we want to get information about Ajima before we go there? And then also, like I said, it was brought up
Yeah.
whether we go back to Mona to visit
Yeah, in
Rajuan
fairness,
after the revelations with Das.
in fairness, that's equal parts like breather episode, Defense for Home for Kwana. Rajuan might know stuff as well. We don't know, but yeah, I admit that is like first and foremost a breather episode, I think. So, like that could take less than a session, you know?
Yeah, but I think either way, we could spend the night resting before we do anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
We
mean,
don't
if
have
we
anything chasing us.
yeah, but there's no reason to just stay.
Unless we want to talk to, like I said, those
Galactic
Galactic
Mandate.
Mandate, we could maybe find an information source about get some information about Aldrima.
Will that take longer than a day?
I mean, we could wait a day and then get it if you want to be safe.
No, I have the effort for it. We can make the jump. Once
Well,
we have that, we do that jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we don't need to make a jump. I'm confused. What jump are you talking about making?
I
The jump
think
dodge.
I think I understand what's going on here. Nox is talking about let's go somewhere with the one effort that I have today. Meowkin's saying let's stay here so you can recover effort. We'll talk to Galactic Mandate in the meantime.
Yeah, they were definitely getting past each other, running past each other here.
Yeah. I have one effort left to like do things with, and then once we make the jump, I'll totally be fine to recharge.
But you'd
We're not-
rather use your last effort.
Yeah. There's no
Oh,
reason to save it.
Kayla.
It comes back tomorrow.
Yeah, I know, but there's also no reason necessarily. You don't have to empty the tank every day, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine in character, Meowkin would also probably rather not exhaust all of her effort because she doesn't know she's not going to need any more today.
Yeah, I felt like Gyokin would feel a little safer having the extra effort, but
And the
I
psychic
mean,
side.
but that's up to you.
The reason I disagree is because once we're in metaspace, it doesn't matter. We'll have days to recover. We're safe in metaspace.
Hmm.
We're safer in metaspace than we are in orbit.
Of course, it'd be the master pilot who feels that way.
So you'd rather just go ahead and get the heck out of the system then?
If we're done with our business, then yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I mean, that's fine with me. I don't feel strongly about yeah.
I do think that if we want to collect information about the Ardra before we go, which would be good, I think we should speak to Cassian because we can also tackle some other stuff on March at the same time, like Doug's cyberware, or the aforementioned corrupting his daughter, or what the hell are you talking about, Portia Lynn, Spectre Star?
Yeah, I think I'm fine with that. Yeah. I kind of want to avoid leaning on Cassian too much, but I guess it's not. I guess I don't really have a solid. I don't really have the. I think it's really fine.
I'm gonna put two thoughts in here. They're separate but related. They're both related to Jackal / Elise. So
That's true.
the Lamy era, the March angle, and the continued corruption of Zoe LaRue. If you're wanting to do that for Elise, bear in mind that Jackal's time frame, Jackal's schedule is not known, and outside of, I don't expect he'll be able to make it next session. I haven't heard from him that he will.
Yeah, I think someone else said they were going to make next session as well, didn't they?
Yeah, actually, Meowkin's out next session.
Yeah.
But the more
March is conveniently on the way towards Aldrima for.
Yeah.
Well, the point that I'm making there is that if you're considering going in the direction of March immediately because of Jackal, that is going to be detrimental to Jackal performing those things. The other point that I want to make is that Elise can chime in that Rajuan seems to know about things that she would never have expected him to know about. He knew some of her past and like things that he probably shouldn't have known.
At which point Percy just sort of widens his eyes and gestures to Elise as if I fucking told you so. Not actually saying it, but the expression saying it for him.
Yeah. I don't want to speak too much for Elise, but I think she would at least communicate that Rajuan is potentially a person who knows more about the sector's going-ons than he has ever let on.
That seems like a good direction to go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with either, and like Zoya has her number. At least gave Zoya a number anyway. She'll get in touch when she wants out of the birdcage.
Especially we can aim for, because and that'll be good if Dash is gonna be here next week. We're just gonna be here next week.
Yeah, or week after.
Place to be.
Or week after, because I think two of us aren't gonna be here next week.
Aside from Jackal, who else is missing next week? I know that Jackal and Meowkin are both expected out. Anybody else?
Okay. Not that I know of.
Okay.
But you were wanting to like take breathers as well to get stuff off your plate.
I actually don't mind skipping next week. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
I'm okay with that.
Because we're already we know Jackal's out, or at least we don't know that he's in, and we do know that Meowkin is out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do need to call Jackal's boss as his Scottish cousin.
Remember, we're still streaming, so don't talk about that the mafia too much.
What mafia?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Oh, did I say mafia? I meant
we're just talking about Scottish cousins.
Mafia.
No,
it's like the Godzilla mafia.
No, see what you're talking about is the mafia, which is when I get my motish out at him.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I meant.
Yeah, see, it's an accent thing. Common mistake.
Easy to do. All right. So I wasn't. The choices are always yours, but I do think that going to Lamiera first, kind of, it isn't ideal.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not really in a hurry. Like I said, in the meantime, I can make a concealed explosive.
Yeah, I mean that's basically the angle that I was pushing for, but then Miyoko said, but
yeah. And the other option that I think Nox, I should be on the discussion channel. I think Nox would be has expressed in favor of is skip Mona and March, and just go to Adrima.
Hmm.
Am I correct in that, Nox?
Yeah, I mean that's where we had said we'd go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
it's just a
don't-
matter of we get more information, or if we want to visit Mona while we're in the area. But also, I do think if we focus on getting once we're at Dodgemo, if we can focus on getting that drive 6, we have Kana. Visiting Mona
Like,
will
once-
be very much so not out of the way, no matter where we are in the future.
I'd rather we go to March 2nd, because
Mhm.
ouch, Cassian has much more recent news than anything that
Mhm.
we can get.
We're
That's true.
we're still waiting to hear from Cassian on some news or on stuff that
Mhm.
we're on the infra drive actually, which would also be
Yeah, and Android.
negate a lot of travel concerns in the future.
Mm-hmm. Although saying that to the face of a master pilot we just recruited not too long ago sounds kind of mean.
I don't know. Kana might be excited about some new tech that's even better than the Spike Drive 6.
Huh. That's fair.
So,
I mean, it should speak to Kana. It's basically the teleport psychic discipline for the ship.
I
it
can't
is.
say anything. It's all spoilers. Don't say things that I can't respond to.
Is this how we find out that you know exactly where the info drive is and it's in the possession of the UIS?
Myokin was carrying it the whole time. Never mind. No.
Yokin is still carrying it.
It's that brooch that she always wears.
Yeah, no, it turns out that the entire thing is actually just that small.
It plugs in like a flash drive.
All right, so those are your two basic options: is go somewhere for information, and Mona is the direction that you've settled for the information purpose, for the information direction, or just go straight to Audrima.
I like the information direction.
All right.
I like the information direction partly because it also means that we get to check up on whatever side characters and just unwind a little bit rather than jumping from fight to fight.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd be fine with going to Mona. So
Nox, Ellie, you okay with that?
Ellie has mentioned that if there's a delay in getting straight to Audrima,
Yep.
then Riley gets more time in the lab.
Research, yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
it would be nice to go. So knowing what the rumors there, it is. It might be a little concerning to go there without any information. And if there's anyone that's going to have weird information, Rajuan.
It's entirely possible. All right, so let's see. You've got to drive 3, 4.
He didn't say
5,
he never said never return, right?
Oh
I
no,
think
no.
that was
He only said don't return if you forced him to tell Elise
Right.
about her past,
Gotcha.
and you guys didn't.
We didn't.
Good. We left the door open. Good.
Mm-hmm. He made it pretty clear that he had information, that he was unwilling to part with it, and that if you tried to force him, you were no longer welcome.
And we did not. Go team.
How much is a concealed damage charge?
So it is 6 hexes to Andoys.
I think I can see where this is going.
That is farther than Kana can go. However,
Just via what's our drive?
drive
3.
3.
We're still drive 3.
Yep.
So we'll have to go to
Jeez,
Gun, to Azzy or Sos, and then Andoise.
I think Kana can make it straight to Sos.
Oh, that's right. You can go to 4. You go up by 1, don't you?
Yeah.
That's not bad though. That makes it 2 jumps instead of 3.
I can make a jump without the rudder, but not a jump without the drive size.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, but you count +1 on the drive size.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct on both accounts.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah, the drive is aside from the +1 that you get from Starfarer, the drive size is a hard limitation on what you can jump.
Okay. So we can jump 4 hexes at a time.
Hmm?
And then from there we have to jump from Sos to Azzy.
Andois.
Anyways, okay. Yeah, not bad at all. Do we have a rudder for that?
No. You'll have a rudder for neither of them.
What's the DC looking like for? Can we find a rudder for it? See if there's one in the area first.
A 4-hex jump from Pana to Sos, you could possibly try. Perimeter, Galactic Mandate. Well, the big corporations, Government of Astos, Perimeter, Galactic Mandate, Union, Mercure, or Spectre Star Technologies are likely the only places that would have it. It's possible that mercenaries might have it, but very unlikely.
You know that I'm out here really trying to make this jump rudderless, but
Well, let me give you the number for that so that you can decide. I appear to have forgotten where that is because I'm sitting here in the weapons section instead of the ship section. Hang on, your GM is having a crisis of pagination. All right, found it.
It'll be in there.
Okay, so the base difficulty is 7. It's 4 full hexes, so that increases to a 9, and the course is uncharted, so that goes up to a difficulty 15.
I'd have to roll 8 on 2d6.
Given how the campaign started, I would rather you not risk the ship exploding on a door like that.
I have a screenshot of the game to share. I'm gonna throw it an image dump. This is my stars. This is my stars page right now. My character sheet is expired.
Oh, you know what? It made me log back in too. I think there may have been something happened with Roll20. Because yeah.
It seems okay to me. Oh no, character sheet's gone.
Yep.
Also, I'm just looking at the sector map, and who's this old dude with the glasses in the corner, along with most of the rest of the crew?
That's your guys' area. I don't do anything with that.
Oh.
If there's somebody there that shouldn't be there, then just put them out the airlock.
Okay.
Dex, if only you hadn't balanced the spike translocation foci. This would have been a snap.
If only.
I'm sorry.
I cannot seem to create a Riley down in the corner. Ellie, you're Koana now.
Man. That 1d6 that I'm missing is haunting my dreams. Alright, I guess I'm jumping first.
I was gonna say we are not making a gigantic jump, but I'd really rather not, basically.
Am I allowed a test roll?
Yeah, some sort of reroll, don't you? That's like you had that effort for, right? That's basically your test roll.
You can make test rolls because you guys have not told me that you're making a spike drill. None of these rolls will count until you guys tell me that you're going to the horizon and drilling into space on a certain route. Nice.
I just want to make a quick test roll. Yeah, it wouldn't have been enough. Dang.
Yeah. Hey, Dix, where was it that we just asking for a friend? Where was it that we encountered Trail for the last time?
Trail was encountered in Miron.
That's what I thought. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. 3 plus 2 there.
What would the test for gun be?
I don't think you would even need to roll for it because it's a known
Oh.
rudder. That's a -2 right there. It's 2 hexes, so you wouldn't even need to roll for it if you didn't have Starfarer. The difficulty is 6, and if the difficulty is 6 or less, it's too safe and simple to have any risk of failure.
If we, do we have a rudder for it?
For Pana to gun?
Yeah, for Pan, it's a gun.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as it's not out of the way, you can generally safely assume that you have a rudder for any 2 hex jump. Places that you should ask about are those that are grade, because there's no station services there, and they are traveled less frequently. But even those are likely to have rudders. They're just not going to be less than a month old.
Okay. Do you know where in the book I can find the ship stuff? I don't want to have to keep asking about it.
The drill stuff specifically is page 111.
Thank you. Base difficulty for a drill 7, 6, 13, and then per 2 full hexes. Okay.
And if you want to make it even more difficult, you can always trim the course.
I think even trimming the course, it doesn't like it's still difficulty 6 or less, or difficulty 10 or less.
Difficulty 10 or less, yeah.
Yeah, so it's still made without a check. The pains of Starfarer 2. Yeah, let's go ahead and go to gun and trim the course.
You could even rush the activation and just kind of gun it. Still not make a check.
Let's just go. We suddenly go to a start, and then we suddenly come to a stop because we're there already.
It is kind of actually going to rush the activation.
There's no downside.
It saves 15 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
15
Save
entire
15
minutes?
minutes here, save like half the time on the way there, save another half the time on the way there, and we're just there.
So you were just like expecting for an extra like 15 minutes wait time before we kick into this spike drill.
Yeah. Doug's going through his routine drill checks.
Wait, why is that light lit up? Gotta?
Yeah, what's up?
It just looks like you may have skipped a few steps on the free drill process here.
We didn't
make sure. Right. Well, you got it here safely, so I get. All right. I'm gonna start setting up whatever precautions I feel like I need to.
All right, so yeah, there's about 16 hours of travel from Astos orbit to the horizon. You're you started this in the morning, so it's still April 29th. You can immediately start the drill, make a quick jump into space 15 minutes earlier than normally takes, and can even trim the course. I have to remind myself. Yeah, trimming the course. It increases the drive's effective spike rating just for the purpose of speed, not distance. So, your drive rating is 5 for determining how long it takes to get from pana to gun. That means
So-
12 days divided by 5. Less than 2.5 days.
Life's too fast.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hang on. That's
That's
not
after we trim the course or before we
that's
trim
not
the course?
Starfarer. 1.2 days.
There
We're
we
really
go.
getting to places too fast. This is gonna make modding very difficult for me.
Economy of movement. If you want more time, we have to take longer jumps.
Economy.
All
So,
right, it's time to retire. No.
so yeah, trimming the course and having Starfarer to drive is 1 level higher would normally have made it 2.4 days. Having Starfarer level 2 and making it take half the time means that it took 1.2 days to go what should have taken 3 days.
So that's 16 hours plus the 1.2 days, or was that
Mhm.
including the travel to the horizon?
Yeah, so this is effectively 2 days to get to gun.
All right.
Um,
Damn, that's fast. That's gonna be way too. We're gonna be way too fast with Drive 6. Anyone else think we should just stay with Drive 3 now?
Not really.
All right. And from gun, where are you jumping? Are you
We
gonna?
need fuel.
You're forgetting if you guys have the fuel bunkers on ship. And I
I
don't
think
think
we haven't technically done it yet. No,
You haven't done it
I know
yet.
you. I know you've a lot. Have us. You know, we can
Mm-hmm.
do it with the flexible design, but we haven't pulled the trigger on that yet.
You haven't. So yeah, you do have to fuel up, which is uh.
And also, again, if we get that effort drive,
Mhm.
because effort drive, so that would essentially let you travel the swing systems without needing fuel, right?
Yes,
Actually,
it doesn't
I don't.
seem to need fuel. It does take a day, 12 hours to a fueling station and 12 hours back. Well, actually, hang on. You arrived in Gun. Let me double check my notes on Gun, because it might be right there at the border. No. The refueling station is Gorman 1760, which is currently under control of Pirate, I believe. I believe Colin Wayne bought it in this timeline.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. Don't have any.
Yeah, that's better for us, right?
Yeah, well, you don't have any beef with them. Gorman was a neutral station before. It's a neutral. It's still a neutral station.
Yeah,
It's just not as neutral to some other people, but
Yes.
that's not
we-
our problem.
we've issued them before, I think.
All right. But yeah, it is more of an internal fueling station. It's not right at the edge of the horizon, so you do have to spend 12 hours getting there, fuel up, and then 12 hours back. That does take a day, so that adds another day for Doug to mod.
Yay! I think I'll have my safety explosive with me. When we go down to
Your safety
Mona.
explosive.
Yeah,
You know,
that's what it's
just
gonna
in-
be. It's a safety explosive.
Just in case you need to blow up Quana's grandpa.
Yeah, just in case. Actually, they
Just-
probably have TL5 tech that'll detect it.
What? All right.
Oh, that's fine. I'll cross that road when I get there.
Can we trim the course on that intra-system travel time?
Yeah, and I've forgotten whether that's halved the time or not. Let me refresh myself on this real quick. Oh, it's not. It is that is +1 to the spike drill rating for purposes of time. Yeah, it's increased by 1 for both spike drill and intra-system travel when you trim the course, and you certainly can trim the course. Oops, I've had no music playing. What happened to my music?
Nobody knows.
Add music. Um, yeah, you certainly can trim the course for fictional purposes, but for record keeping purposes, it's not going to make enough of a difference. You're
Uh,
dividing 48 by 4 instead of by 3. Because the Starfarer increase in time is only 4 drills.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's only an 8-hour difference, or I guess it's only a 4-hour difference.
No, I take that back. Spike drives of ships you navigate are treated as 1 level higher. That'll affect the intra-system travel also.
So it'd be 48 divided by 5, making it
Yeah.
only a 10-hour trip.
Yeah. Like I said, it doesn't make a significant timekeeping difference, but it still is very fast in fiction.
Yeah.
Trimming a course is super effective when you gotta drive level 1. It's less effective when you're effectively drive level 4.
Just wait until we get that 6. It'll only be a 7-hour trip for the same thing.
Like I said, faster than light.
Oh wait, trimming the course. Effective drive level 8.
Mm-hmm.
Play.
Yeah. 6 hours.
Yeah, 6 hours. Yep.
That is faster than light travels from the sun to the Earth, and the Earth isn't even the farthest thing out there. Which is, again, that's why I kind of I try not to be dismissive or judgmental, but people that get all hung up on they have to house rule out any possible faster than light, or they're trying to do things in realistic scales, like it might be good science, but it's not necessarily fun gameplay.
I'm just trying to get back on the road faster.
Yep. So yeah, what would have been a 24-hour round trip is made only 20 hours by Kana, and you can make your jump. Are you gonna jump to Sos and then Andois, or are you gonna jump to Azi and then Andois? Or
What's the situation in
5.
Azi?
You are a hex closer to Andois. It would only be a difficulty 14 if you wanted to jump straight there from here.
Remember what happened last time you rolled? Like, I don't want to discourage you, but please don't explode us.
I want to see the test roll. Give me a sec here.
Oh god.
If it's a bat,
I'm
well,
just
now
saying.
you can't do it. You've used the test roll, and now.
Actually, I
You
think I
won't
may
roll
have
that.
mathed it wrong last time. It's 7 plus 6 is the course totally uncharted, and that comes out to 13. And I should have added plus 3 last time for a difficulty
Yeah,
of
so
16.
16.
Yeah, it's plus 2 this time for a difficulty of 15.
Yeah. No, let's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's a silly place.
A a blind 6-hex jump is supposed to be difficult.
Yeah.
A
I'm
blind
telling you,
5-hex.
I should have gone all in on getting those 46 on rolls.
Well,
Like, if this was a hacking roll, it'd be insane.
Mm.
So
I
yeah, I guess we're making 2 jokes.
I do hope that I didn't discourage you from that. I still don't feel like it's worth a focus for the 3 and the 4 dice. But I hope that didn't sway you. Actually,
Uh,
what I really hope is that the psychic focus was more interesting and that swayed you.
it's only there's a way to say this. It is more interesting if it comes up, and if we don't make the dangerous jumps, then it won't come up.
That's true. That's true. There will still be blind jumps that you have to make that you have no choice but making.
Oh, are we tracking? By the way, I guess we should probably be tracking the rudders, right? Anyone doing that?
If you guys want to track that somewhere, I'm fine. I think we'll
Bring a
more or
more
less
experiment.
remember, but yeah,
Probably better to jot them down somewhere.
it
Or
probably
just
is.
gonna
If
do
you
a
want to
more
track that in the ship
experimental,
notes section,
test run.
see?
Yeah, that was on
that's
46. So yeah, I said it was a more experimental test roll.
It was on 46, but look at your roll. That was a 6 and a 2.
You scared slash excited me there. I thought that A, we had actually gone for the jump, and B, we'd made it.
Where do we have to go again? We have to go to Andoys?
So either way, you're going to be making either 2 more jumps, well, 3 more jumps, or 2 more jumps and 1 blind jump. So
First jumps.
3 more safe jumps, going from gun to Sos to a Z to Endoys, or an unsafe jump from gun to a Z and then to Endoys, or a safe jump from gun to Sos and then an unsafe jump to Endoys.
Do we not have a rudder from either of those Andoys?
You only have you're only guaranteed 2 hex rudders. And I don't believe. Yeah, you guys did not.
Azita Andoys is a 2x jump.
Yeah, Azita Endoys is a safe jump. I know that you guys made that jump already.
If we want to make it 2 jumps, there's gonna be 1 risky 3. Well, quote unquote risky 3 hex jump.
And a 3 hex jump is only difficulty 17 or 14.
We can get a rudder from gun to Azzy though. That's probably not too bad.
Yeah, we can find one to buy.
Yeah, that may be something that you can try and pick up at Gorman 1760. Azzy does have Henry Station, a fairly heavy trade place, and there's some activity going on in Rain Lilati that has increased traffic. So your chances of finding that rudder are actually higher.
We also have Shadow to help and a reroll at our disposal. And then if all else fails, we have, I think, +6 to the crisis table.
Yep.
Which gets us out of the danger zone safely.
Yeah, for that first one, and then after that, it's +3 to the crisis table for each effort you spend. Because the pilot is only added for the first mishap. If you keep rolling mishaps on the same jump, you only get the pilot boon on the first one.
Yeah.
But
I would suggest don't do that.
But that's, if your luck is going all to shit, and the dice just hit you, that's the story we're playing. Adjust it a little bit. I would find a way to make that at least interesting, and not completely derail everything. So,
But yeah, we'll see if we can find a rudder to Azzy.
all right. Who is Let me put a box in here. Actually, that's your area. You guys put a box in there. I am drawing boxes for you. Someone give me a box for who is going on Gorman Station, Gorman 1760, to try and buy our rudder straight from gun to a Z.
There we go. Box.
Uh,
Oh, you get a decent sized box. Okay, give me a sec.
Anna, can you
Yeah,
shrink our
it'd
tokens
work.
for us?
The small box.
We might be able to fit in it. Look, if we
Here,
were
I
cat, we
got
would
you.
fit in there.
Okay, how's that?
It's box like.
Box-esque. Boxish. I can't believe it's not box. Etc.
Well, it is box.
A little box in right now.
And anyone that's going on the station, go ahead and put yourself over into the Gorman box. The green box.
Hey, where did I go? Why am I so small?
I made you box sized. You made a
needed you to
box
fit in the box.
very small.
Yeah.
I made
Very
you
funny. Very
size
funny.
to
The
fit.
box is huge now. By this logic, I should be about 12 times the size of anyone else.
Careful what you ask for.
There you go.
Thank you. With that said, I'm actually feeling a little bit sleepy myself, and Percy usually goes out on this kind of thing, so Percy's going to stay shipside.
Okay. If he's just staying on the ship, then I'm going to right size him. All right. Is anybody other than Miyokin, Miyokin, going to negotiate for rudders?
Shadow's on a fixed rate, right? Can we bring Shadow along?
Yeah, you can bring Shadow along.
Oh, that's a thought, actually.
Two
Yeah.
pilots, both of them a little bit knowledgeable in their craft.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Doug wants to finish his safety explosive so he can feel safe in the future.
Oh, I don't think I did add Shadow to the your list there. I know I made a token for her. Where is she? Maybe I didn't. Huh.
That definitely has a token. You have a rollable token.
I do. Well, I can probably just put that down. That over here. Yep.
It was all fancy.
There it is.
It's a rollable token.
And there's Shadow for now.
Yeah. Is, as the kids say, good enough.
All
Oh,
right.
you don't have a shadow token with our border, though. I see.
I don't.
Wow. Does Shadow even feel like a member of this crew?
In
I-
fairness, in fairness, she does have a border. It's just a different color from the rest of us. Maybe it's a feature of a.
Yeah, it's not a
psionic
Raza
guy.
border. That's the point.
I have to
I was
admit,
gonna
I
say-
don't actually want to make 16 more tokens of her.
What I was gonna say, what I was gonna say, what I was gonna say was that it's probably a thing for like the shapeshifting thing that she has. When you shapeshift, you also hide the color of your token border.
Yeah,
So that you know which
obviously.
thing it does. Yeah, her quote unquote true form has a purple border. Trust.
I'll just trust that it exists. Sure.
Well, maybe I will make one more token for her and replace her true form
And
with the
it'll be
purple border.
whatever. It'll be whatever's on her Raza employee ID.
Yeah. All right. So Mio, Kana, and Shadow are boarding Gorman 1760 for rudder information. The station hasn't changed much since either of you were last here. It's a station staffed with people who know how to run a station, overseen by people who don't, which is no change from how it was before. Although Gorman 1760 had a reputation of being well run, so the supervisors probably knew what they were doing, but you know what? It still comes down to the line staff and the people that are doing the work to know what they're doing, and the supervisors that don't know what they're doing to stay out of the way. It's only when crises come up that supervisors who know what they're doing are really important.
Unless the new supervisors are really like, I want to change how things work here. They need to leave their own mark.
Yes, then they're a problem.
Hmm.
But Colin Wayne and his crew have taken a more hands-off approach because they don't actually know space stations. They came from Camiego, and this is kind of all new to them. They're letting Wayne in particular is letting the people who know what they're doing do what they do, and is just enjoying the fact that he owns a space station.
You know, I like that I know what type of place each of these places are.
Yeah.
It adds an element. It's like when you say he's from Hamingego, I was like, oh wow. Straight to the Firefly Cowboy planet.
Yep. There's a little bit more open black market trade on Gorman 1760 than there used to be. And that actually works well to your purposes. So to find and buy a rudder from gun straight to a Z is just as simple as a trade or connect check.
I'm gonna make a trade.
Okay.
Hmm.
This can be charisma or intelligence. Or if you prefer to use a different attribute, I'll hear an argument for it.
Intelligence works just fine with me.
Yeah.
Wow, that's bad.
That is bad.
You've
Um,
had better rolls.
That will be a partial success. You could roll higher and get a complete success and just get the rudder. A partial success will involve a few more steps.
Could I get some help from?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I should have said. Shadow's giving you a +1 on this. So
I'll
it's
tell
That
you
would
could.
make that.
I'll
it's a
tell you
7.
you could have sent her off by herself. Maybe she would want to go off by herself and try independently.
No, it's still just gonna be rolled by one player.
Fair.
I try not to do the everyone gets to roll because that's basically just
Yeah.
no
No.
tripling and
advantage, yeah.
quadrupling the chances.
Yeah.
I prefer the one roll to represent the group effort.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the 7 doesn't change it. Sorry, and I was taking that into account. You're looking for an 8 for the full success.
I don't know how to get to an 8 from here.
Oh, that's right. You're not an expert.
No, I'm
I keep
psychic.
thinking you get to reroll. You don't get to reroll.
Nope.
Well, unless you're Elise, who's also psychic, but he gets to reroll.
Well, does somebody want to make an argument for why Elise might have gone onto the station with you guys?
Negotiations.
Being stuck crazy after being stuck on the ship for a while.
I need a little bit more than either of those.
That's fair.
They're both
Wanting to
good
keep
starting points, but I just need a little bit more, like, to flesh out
Hmm.
the characterization.
Lingering suspicion of
Ellie,
Shadow,
no.
who she lingering
Which
suspicion.
remind me, which station was it on when? Was it was one on SOS, wasn't it? Where she was ambushed. Mr. Jack.
That's in Aussie.
Ozzy. Oh.
Yeah, Henry Station. The place you're going. Vira, what were we saying?
Okay.
I was saying lingering suspicion of a Shadow who she hasn't really interacted with yet, and making sure that she doesn't sneak off or leave
Ah.
anyone with her.
Okay.
Those are both still new crew members. Let's be real.
At
One
least
can
it's there.
shape, one can teleport.
Go ahead and go ahead and roll it again.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
+1 for 6.
Okay, I tried.
Fortunately, you don't actually take the worst result. It is still a partial success. And that would have gotten you the partial success also. So, in their looking around and asking around, Kana and Shadow do find a lead on some merchants in air quotes who have been working directly with Union. They've been moving cargo to Union for for the repairs and all the parts and all the materials that they need for their work on Rain Lati. Some of what you learn there is that they're ordering specialized equipment to weather the extreme severe atmospheric storms that Rain Lati poses. That's one of the reasons that a few ships have gone down and tried to salvage down there, because those storms are capable of disabling ships and sending them crashing to the ground. That's all background for, yeah, there's a crew that's been incredibly lucrative in this, and you're pointing in their direction for having direct rudders. It's a little bit sketch, so I'm gonna ask if you want anybody else to come with you. And also, I'm gonna remove Elise from it because, well, there is now risk of combat, and I don't want that Jackal's not here for it.
That's fair.
Yeah. What's the
Alright,
check for doing at the
rudders?
rudderless jump again?
By the way, are rudders one way, or they work both ways?
They work both ways.
So it'd be useful for the return trip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the check would be 14 if you wanted to try and blind jump it. You have NPCs that can back you up here.
Oh, here's how you have NPCs that we can give up for crew loss situations.
Let me go ahead and bookmark this page.
I feel like we should hire more red shirts at some point.
We need to pay them.
You probably do need more security. You only have a couple of guards.
We do need more security, but yeah.
You're good on crew. You're good on crew. Just,
Yeah.
Guards.
Red shirts.
Red
That's what I
shirts.
said.
Exactly, yeah.
Remember, they lose the red shirt though if you give them a name.
They do lose the red shirt if you give them a name.
Crap, we have no red shirts.
Yeah.
That's why Meowkin said you need more. So what's it going to be? Are you going to try and pursue this rudder?
Yeah, I don't want to make 3 jumps. That's so tedious.
Okay.
And also, it costs
Alright.
us credits.
It does. Yeah. 500 every time. All right.
Yeah.
What, Rajuan can't spot us anything?
Oh, Rajuan will probably fuel you up for free. Yeah.
Speaking of, I guess I'll go ahead and subtract the 500 for our fuel this time. And I guess we probably got fuel back in Pana as well.
Yes, please do.
So I'll take that from ship funds. Down 1K.
So is it just Kana and Shadow going? Continue to follow this lead?
I'm not even sure if Shadow should be going.
Actually, I mean, if anyone's going to go into it, I don't know. What are the odds that they're psychics, right?
I've got to be honest.
I feel like I've said that before, and
Every
it's like,
time
oh
you say
right,
that, it
everyone
sounds
has
like
psychics here.
I've got to be honest. I did space out from it. What there was something about threat of combat.
But basically, just going into a sketchy situation.
Okay.
That could be a combat situation.
Okay.
Let's bring Libra. Libra's fun.
Libra's good.
Okay.
And any PCs that want to go are more than welcome to come. And if not, then it's just us.
I'm all combated out until I have a demo charge.
The B team.
I mean, actually, I actually can go if you actually ask Doug, I will actually go. Perfect. That's actually fine. I don't intend to need a demo charge on a station. That just seems like a bad idea for everyone.
Yeah, probably.
If nobody else is going, then upon learning that Kana and Shadow, both of our pilots, are negotiating with some more mercenary sorts for a rudder, Hartman will come along with you.
Let's go.
Nice.
And it turns out that the misshapen not a box is perfect for a sketchy situation.
You know what? That's true. That's so true.
So true.
So you follow the leads that you've got. Oh, please.
What does U stand for in the crew list?
Unique.
Oh,
In that
unique.
she does not have a particular class for her development through 0, 1, and 2 is purely her own. She has her own class.
Okay.
There's no standard progression in skill levels.
Yeah.
Is that Libra?
Yeah, it's Libra.
Yeah, it tracks. She is quite unique.
We have techs. We have guards. I don't know what P stands for.
Pilot.
And then I don't know what... Oh,
Perimeter.
great. And then I don't know what E stands for either.
Specialist.
I thought S stood for specialist. No, S stands for
That's a
scientist.
scientist.
All right. Well, not to be confused with your Dmitri, also known by you as Dima. You're going to meet Captain Dmitri Ivanov, which is also confusing because you've had an Ivan on crew. Not this time, but other times. Anyways,
Not to be confused with that, Ivan.
yeah, different Ivan.
We can get a working rudder, then I've on off this ship.
And as you're approaching where his ship is docked, you see signs that he may be trafficking live cargo.
Oh god, again?
We're talking about like cattle, right? Like actual like cows and shit.
Nope. It's the containers are too small for like herd livestock. Uh, could could be deer or sheep. Um, definitely sized up for human cargo as well. Um,
It's
eh,
chickens. It's got to be chickens.
and you did know that there were refugees on Rain Lalati that were being brought up and processed by Union. I don't think you guys were around to see how any of that developed out.
Not really, no. We
So,
hired a new backup technician from there, and that's about it.
so your first skill check here is trying to prevent Shadow from causing a scene.
Oh god. Yep. Okay.
No, we're causing a scene.
Oh, we're just going straight to the causing the scene part.
I don't suffer slavers.
All right. This seems like a great place to hang that cliff and come back next session.
Hang that cliff.
That'll give you time to decide if you're going to try and tackle this bureaucratically or just by straight up, well,
Violence.
bureaucratically or forcefully.
I think
Actually,
before-
question: before we get onto this ship, can we like? I feel like we should be doing this before we get onto literally any ship. But can we run them against the database that we have against the slaver ships that we
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
got with the
actually.
nest egg?
actually you can.
Could we have known this before we got on?
So you haven't actually gotten on the ship yet. They're even before running any databases, they're docked. In the way that this dock works is it's a little more open than other places. But as you're walking up, you can see their cargo that's still on their portion of the station. Their dock or their berth of the station.
Please be chickens.
And that's where you're seeing the implements of human trafficking.
God damn it.
You're not actually on their ship yet. You're just seeing what they've got, here and what they're moving in and out of their ship. It's also, to be fair, at this point where you would first be able to confirm their ship name because name and registry of a docked ship isn't something that's just freely given. Not without other skill checks. So you would either need to physically identify where it is with the Raza, get it pinged from that. Basically, all the events that would let you run their ship against your database are occurring at this moment as you're walking up. Your database will let you turn around and walk away if you want to without any altercation. That's what that database is adding for you. It's also adding confirmation that yes, they come up as a human trafficker in your database.
Oh, another one's at the rudders. So, I mean, it sounds like basically what we're saying is we're getting
Ew.
free rudders.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. see, we're making the galaxy a better place for everyone, except the slavers, and we are getting to advance our own interests out of it.
Yeah.
Free runners
And-
acquired, slaver side quest progressed. It's win-win.
Yep. And
It was a good 6 and 5.
It was,
And-
yeah.
and Shadow's happiness is directly proportional to how much advancement we get on that side quest.
We do need to figure out what to do with the slaves, though. That is going to be a problem with this type of. That's the problem with this type of side quest. Is it has a lot of baggage.
No,
Take
see,
them with us, drop them off in Andoys.
see, that's the thing, right? Because as we do that side quest more, we will get more and more used to it.
So I'm also going to give you another freebie here because Colin Wayne is kind of a bigger name in the sector.
Mhm.
There's at least information known about him, and
Yeah.
he was a slave on Kamiego. He is anti-slavery.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh. So
makes things
bureaucracy will
easier.
work. Bureaucracy will work. Probably, maybe.
so
You ha-
actually, in fact, maybe we just get. Is he in the system still? That's him. If he's
It's his station.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
just because it's his station doesn't mean he hangs out here.
That's true.
Maybe
That's
he's off
true.
gallivanting.
As far as you
Fair
know,
play.
that he is here.
He did call me.
So that even works better. Basically, give him a heads up. We're running an operation against slavers.
Hey, maybe this is how we recruit some more red shirts because he just goes, yeah, no, Godspeed. In fact, take some of my security detail to help you, and then they go, yo, you guys are good. You hiring?
They're looking for
It-
jobs. You mean?
It's not impossible. Is what I'm saying.
No, I'm right there with you.
Okay. Let me go ahead and slide us into review. Do you feel like this is a good point to close off? Thank you for bringing back the slaver list, because that's obviously a valuable asset that you have.
Yeah, we weren't planning on chasing it down, but hey, if we run into him, so be it.
Literally no downsides.
Yeah, I had only intended to make this a keep Shadow from starting shit challenge.
I said to it, let's start some
And
chat.
immediately, it's just like, oh,
Absolutely not. You think
that's
I'd
a trigger
allow
for the whole
slavers?
team to start shit. And that's, you know what? I think that's okay,
I'm here for it.
right?